With the tongue out.
Welcome back to Man Down Sports, y'all. 4 squares, 4 egg, well, 3 eggheads, and myself. We got 3 eggheads down here. Don't know how to act. Dominique and Bree, Sports T. Should I say Dominique and Bree or Sports T and No Bull podcast? Right. However you want to say it, but No Bull is here. Bree from No Bull and Dominique from Sports T, and y'all already familiar with all of them. And if you're not, and if you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe to our channel, but also go to all the channels that we network with, which is No Bull Podcast and Sports T. Got that out of the way. How everybody doing?
Chilling, man.
Yeah, living a dream.
I bet you are chilling with that hat on, Chris. I would be chilling too if I had that. If I had a hat on like me, you know, I just can't I can't wrap my head around it. You know, how you copying me though. You know, but it is what it is. I mean,
whose hat y'all like better?
I actually like the red one better, to be honest with you.
I should tell you everything you need to know.
What's that on the side of it? What's the writing on the side?
My name. That's how I know. That's how I know I've been in this game longer than you.
It just kind of is resembling like Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. I mean, don't start like talking about kids and stuff. It's just like you see Chris over here happy with his red hat on. You just can't let him be happy.
I mean, I want him to be happy, but you know, I just want him to admit that, you know, he copied me. That's all. I just want him to admit it. That's
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
I can't admit something that's not true.
Just admit you copied me.
I just cannot admit something that's not true.
It's funny.
Oh man, but we live, y'all, man. We about to have a good show, man. We're gonna open the phone lines up a little bit for some of these topics, man. But we get to start the show. Did I spell decision right? It looked weird. Decision don't look right up there.
No, that's how you spell it.
It looked weird to me. It looks very weird. I should
because you know how you text. That's what you think is how it goes. When you get something right, it throws you off.
Because look at the bottom, the other topics, they're like, it looks like you aligned them right. I think it looks weird because it's not, you know, your eye.
No, the spelling looks weird to me.
The whole thing was weird.
Probably there shouldn't be a 2 there. It should be a Roman numeral.
Okay, I give you that. But nah, it's the spelling though. The spelling is really throwing me for a loop. What's going on, Jay?
Hey, Jay.
Good evening. Call it that, Mel. The decision.
Yeah. But nonetheless, we can get started, y'all. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat from all channels. Shout out to everybody who's about to super chat us tonight. I'm gonna speak that into existence, and we very appreciate that.
I made a decision too, though.
What?
I'm
rolling with the rock.
No, I'm gonna keep my car insurance with USAA. These rates are unbelievable.
The rates are unbelievable.
You decided to cut your hair.
So
like Sanat, we could have had LeBron right here. He's taking like the whole season off, so we could have had him come down and we could have had him cut your hair like Kai Sanat. You wouldn't cut your hair for LeBron James to come on Man Down and do this for us?
Absolutely.
Instant 1 million subscribers.
I want to, so I can't because I made a promise to myself.
Not even for Bron.
No, I said it. I said that I'll cut my hair. So most people don't know that I never wore long hair ever. Like this is new.
Right. It's yes or no.
No,
not even for Bron.
No, I'm only gonna cut my hair when I get a new kidney. When I get a kidney transplant, I'll cut my hair.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. But
am I coming in through my mic, yo?
Yes. Mm-hmm. But for JJ Redick, I cut it.
You cut it for that brother. I
strong black man. Yeah, man.
I get it. Hey, as the WNBA championship is over. Hey, this WNBA championship is over now. If it's a sweep or a gentleman's sweep, we can't say gentleman's sweep in the WNBA.
Right. It's a ladies' sweep.
There's no gentleman in the WNBA. Mercury can't guard Asia, and man, we're gonna talk about that in just a short few. I can't wait to get on that topic, man. That's gonna be pretty fun, man. But let's go ahead and get started with LeBron Ramon James, who teased everybody with his decision, his second decision, which I kind of knew was gonna be bogus, but nonetheless, he did it anyway. Some people was tricked by it. I mean, some of his fans bought tickets for the last game thinking it was going to be a big deal, and ticket prices went up, and they were disappointed to find out he was just promoting his liquor. But Stephen A. Smith talked about it on First Take. He had something to say about it. He said it was super corny. He said it was cringy, all of the above, man. But let's hear what Stephen A. Smith said.
Of all decisions, October 7th, 12 p.m. Eastern, #something. While many speculated LeBron was about to announce his upcoming retirement, the second decision turned out to be nothing more than an ad for a cognac. LeBron definitely got one over on the fans here, and for the final home game of the season, ticket prices before LeBron announced his second decision were $82. After the announcement, they skyrocketed to $580 on Monday. They're now sitting at $233 for the cheapest seats. SA, what do you make of LeBron James' second decision?
Well, I think one critic said it best when they said that if you make a bad movie, typically you don't have a sequel. So if you look at the decision and the manner in which that was handled and the way it served to alienate folks back at that time, you would think that he wouldn't want to remind people of that, considering the heat he took from that. And unfortunately, he was tone deaf, and that's not the decision. That's not the path that he took. This was corny as hell. It was cringy. It was all of that. We know this. You're promoting an alcoholic beverage and trying to give people the impression that this could be your final season, that you might end up retiring. And so, one other person joked and they said, you know what, that's like Jordan. Compare that to Jordan saying, I'm back. What if he had said, no, I'm teasing you, and then it happened to be a Hanes commercial? What if it had been something like that? And that's what this was the equivalent of. In the end, I don't understand why the second greatest player who ever lived, a 4-time champion, a 4-time league MVP, one of the greatest players who have ever lived, would stoop to trying to garner attention for himself with something other than trying to win a damn championship. I want to be in Southern California come June. A Lakers gonna win. Lakers gonna be in the picture. That's what I care about. I don't give a damn about some Hennessy commercial, especially from him. A matter of fact, if you play like garbage at any point in time when it really, really counts, I'm going to think about the Hennessy commercial and wonder if you was drinking something before the game. I mean, that's what's going to have me thinking about. I want to be in Southern California.
Oh my God.
I love Oklahoma.
Oh.
I love Oklahoma
Talk
City
about
Thunder. I love the Oklahoma City Thunder. Yo, I don't want to be in Oklahoma City come June. I tried that, Swagoo. I Swagoo, I don't know if you noticed it now. I was trying to get from Minnesota to Oklahoma City. That was tough. I had to come out of my pocket to get that. All right. I want to be in Southern California.
He said he wanted to be in Southern California, man. LeBron James' priorities is all jacked up if this is how he's starting the season off with a tease of the decision, like he's going to announce that this is his final season just so he can promote Hennessy. I mean, on one end of the spectrum, this is genius by Hennessy and LeBron to gain so much attention and have everybody waiting for an announcement on a certain day at a certain time on a certain platform just to show that ad, which means it's almost like round one of the playoffs or of the first game of the finals or the Super Bowl. Like that, you got everybody anticipating this announcement just to tune in, and boom, you got Hennessy, right? So that's a way to get maximum eyes on what he's trying to promote. So clap for LeBron and Hennessy for doing good business. But on the other end, Stephen A. Smith, in my opinion, is right. The season is about to start. Y'all are thought of to be contenders. You trying to make a run at it. You done already told people you getting ring number 5 this year. I just don't remember someone like Hakeem or Michael Jordan focus being this jacked up just before the season. But that's my opinion. What's y'all thoughts on it?
My bad, I was muted. Y'all put that bananas comment on the screen, and that wasn't cool. First of all, if you think that he didn't record that in July or August, you're probably sadly mistaken. The big marketing machine behind that, like you said, that was great business. However, how do you guys continue to be surprised and shocked and awe when someone who's corny does some corny shit? Like, why is this shocking? Like, dude, as a human being, he kind of lame. Like, he can hoop, you know what I mean? But as a human being, like, this not the first lame thing that he's done. And shout out to Hennessy too, because when they released those limited LeBron bottles last year, them things flew off the shelf. Like, people, and on the resale of them was crazy. People was buying, like, I think I seen a bottle go for $3,000, and it's not even autographed.
It's not even different Hennessy. It's just
it's the same nasty, terrible, horrible Hennessy that
battery acid.
Yeah, that people love for some odd reason. Now, again, you called it from a mile away. You was like, dude, this is gonna be some sort of business venture. I'm not even tuning into it. And you know, and we had that conversation. I was like, dude, it's 100% not about basketball. I know that. I know that. I don't know what it's gonna be, but I know it ain't got nothing to do with basketball. So I think the timing of it was maybe done intentional to make you think that he's not focused on basketball. But you know,
Jay, stop.
No, for real. You know they recorded that, dude. So for these big businesses, these Fortune 500 businesses, these ad campaigns take months. You know, the plan and all that. They probably shot this.
I buy it.
They shot that as soon as Luke and them got put out to play in, or the first round, or wherever it was.
Yeah, I buy it.
He had dyed his hair, like in the little commercial. His hair was black again, and
it looked like
he
grass.
had no gaps up top.
You
know what I'm saying? So, you know,
but Jay, I buy what you selling. I buy what you selling because, Michael Jordan didn't stop shooting Hanes commercials and Gatorade commercials just because it was summertime or close to the season. He didn't stop. So I get that. However, the look of it just ain't there, because part of what you do is you got to like Mike Tyson had half his opponents beat before he even walked in the ring, right? Just mentally he had him beat, and that was a thing that Michael Jordan had as well. Like, he was so serious, and Kobe, they were so serious. They didn't let you believe that their mind was on something else. You knew they was coming ready. His opponents knew I got to get a good night's sleep before I play him, and I can't treat him just like every other player. But LeBron's not giving you that. He's giving you clown. He's giving you unserious. He's giving you split priorities and all of this stuff, man. It's just a bad look. But you're 100% right. It doesn't mean that he's not focused on the season. So I get with you on that.
Yeah, and as far as a bad look, when's the last good LeBron look? When's the last thing
That's
that he's
what
done?
I was gonna say.
Like,
what commercial has LeBron done?
Oh, facts.
That wasn't cringy or clownish. I can't name a commercial that he's ever done. That was like,
I can't either.
Space Jam 2, that wasn't cringy. That was a classic, cinematic classic.
This is an epic fail on LeBron's half. He's supposed to be a role model. He's supposed to be the GOAT. You don't come out with a massive alcohol campaign as an NBA player. I'm sorry, of his magnitude. It's not just that it's cringe. It's almost, it's like how much of his soul is he going to sell? What point, okay, Michael Jordan didn't, and I want to agree with you, Jay, about the business end. Yeah, it was a great business idea, but he sold his soul for alcohol.
He's selling soul and cheeks.
I don't think he has soul left to sell. I think he's been sold.
I think he's in the IOU status on soul.
What I say is Kobe Bryant, as he was sunsetting his career, what did he do? Body armor? Like, he was, and all of these players have some sort of a liquor or wine. They're invested. They own their own liquor brands, but it's not advertised like this because it's not something to be proud of. Some of these people are invested in marijuana. They're not out there publicizing it out there on Twitter, saying that this is just not what people want to see either. I don't think that this is an appropriate thing personally. It's another business venture for somebody who's already a billionaire. You're already lining your pockets. And it is fair to say that he doesn't care about the season. And Michael Jordan actually did work around the playoffs. There is a very widely regarded documentary. I believe it's in 1993. He literally was filming a commercial. It was right around the playoffs. He was like, look, I told them we have to work around this schedule. I'm not going to be doing this during the playoffs. And sure enough, that is what they did. And LeBron James has no regard or any respect for the game or NBA fans. He hates NBA fans. To do the decision and to remind us all about what he did in Cleveland in 2010 is disgusting. We don't want to think about that ever again. So he's shameless. I think he's nothing more than a troll. I think he's an absolute disgrace to the game. Could you imagine Michael Jordan saying that he was coming back to the league and all it was a goddamn Hanes commercial? And that's what he had us running around. Like, do you know somebody's suing LeBron James for $850 right now because ticket sales were $82 for these damn tickets, and they went up to $850 because people thought he was retiring. You have no respect for your fans. Stop focusing on the people that hate you so much. Oh, you want to troll your haters? What about the people that love you? What about the people that are, spending their last dollar, the blue collar workers that he's never worried about because that's never been his life, that went out and bought those tickets? He's proud of that. He's laughing at that. That is disgusting. And that's why people hate LeBron James. He's tone deaf, can never read the room, and he's never available to play anymore. He doesn't care about playing. We got Brian James on the floor.
Yeah. I don't know about hating LeBron James. I hope people don't hate him. I mean, he just a basketball player. Like it ain't like he's some dictator. You know what I mean? So I can care less about all that nonsense. And the dude that spent $850 at suing him, I mean, that's just a joke. He's not really. Listen, the dude that's suing for $850, whoever the lawyer is and whoever go waste those man hours in that court, I think that's more disrespectful than LeBron James doing this ad. Like if you didn't have the $850 to spend, why spend it on the freaking ticket? You go to the freaking game. LeBron's gonna be there. The Lakers gonna be there. Go to the game. You bought it. That's your fault. You know what I mean? I can care less about him spending $850.
But not only that, man.
Why you gonna sue for $850? I mean, if I'm a lawyer, I wouldn't even take that case.
What we have here. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
He's been brainwashing the American public for so long. All of the blind witnesses that he tried to convince that Kobe was the GOAT and all these other things. So I do think that. I just think that he's tone deaf, and there are plenty of people that went out there and spent a lot of money thinking he was going to retire. And maybe they all didn't sue, but there were plenty of people that believed that he was going to retire wholeheartedly. There were plenty of major outlets. They're not idiots and stupid.
I don't think it's that serious. I don't think it's that serious.
JJ Redick came out and told people idiots. Why are you calling NBA fans people that show up and spend money on you? It's just a disrespect and it's no regard for fans.
But I don't think he was wrong. I don't think JJ Redick was wrong for saying it, because this is what happens. And let's zoom out, not on basketball, not on LeBron James. Any celebrity foreshadows a big announcement or whatever. You got people who run and jump to try to assume what's going to happen, and then they invest themselves in all that, when all you have to do is just wait. The man told you tomorrow, man, I'm gonna tell you at noon. He already told you when it's coming, and they actually announced it 90 minutes early.
You just early. But Jay, this is my point. LeBron, Tennessee, they believe that NBA fans and the general American public are idiots.
But
that's every large corporation.
All you got to do is look at the biggest chair in America, and you can tell that American public is idiots.
They are idiots, but they are idiots.
We're saying the same thing. But
the seriousness is not here.
But is it not?
The seriousness is not here.
Okay, so
as Americans, we got to stop doing goofy stuff. We do goofy stuff all the time.
Yeah, LeBron do a lot of goofy
He just
stuff.
capitalized on it because he's the king of goofy.
He's
definitely
goofy.
When he do this right here, he putting on that goofy.
You're selling your soul when you do things like that. That's all that I'm saying.
And you're not wrong. But what I'm saying is, if we just look around, he's not the only basketball player or celebrity.
We're not talking about every celebrity. We're just talking about LeBron James right now. This isn't a moment to deflect to other people. We're talking about.
It's not about deflection. It's showing you. It's showing you where we are as a society. He capitalized on the fact that this is where America is right now.
We've always been in this place. It's doing it the sleazy way, the dirty way. You're already a billionaire. You could be selling something way more positive. That's my only point. Hennessy is not it. You're not even on the floor. You're complaining about your sciatica and you're, chefing it up Hennessy drinks. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, that sciatica came way after he shot that commercial though. But I mean, I get what you're saying, Dominique. I don't think none of us are disagreeing that it's goofy. We all agree that it was a goofy and stuff like that. But it's goofy to a point where I would laugh at LeBron. It's not goofy to a point where I would get my blood pressure up and try to go off, and try to cook. Like I don't think it's that degree of. I don't think it deserves that attention. And quite frankly, I don't think LeBron deserves our attention this year like that at all. Like
I agree. He should not have been in the top 10.
Me cooking LeBron or going off on LeBron or something he did or said, like he's done so much dumb and goofy stuff over the years. There's no way we can go high and right every time he do something goofy. Like it's just like, okay, yeah, it's goofy again, and it's an afterthought. It's just a passerby. I don't think it's that serious to me.
Well, when you have an influence and a platform like that, anything you do, in my opinion, is serious. Whether we need to speak on or not is here nor there. But I do think LeBron has tremendous power and influence. I mean, look at the contract he's positioned himself in. It's very rare that a player has a contract trade agreement. What is it called? A trade. What is it?
No trade clause.
No trade clause. So it's like he is in a very rare position. And to be in that position and then use that moment for that was a little distasteful. And we should be holding him accountable for the power that he's had, that he's been peddling all these years.
So quick question. If the product would have been Skittles, y'all have felt better about it?
I feel indifferent about it, by the way. I feel indifferent about that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the fact that it's alcohol doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
He did the same thing that like Wiz Khalifa did when he said he was like he's quitting. Like we thought he was gonna quit smoking, and then he dropped like that product.
That's something I wouldn't care about. Like,
and that was funny.
If Wiz Khalifa smoked weed, drank alcohol, I mean, I just don't think that that's analogous to LeBron James peddling alcohol. So yeah, if it was something healthier, if it was something that I thought was super positive, I might have laughed. But to me, it's just a replacement for Diago. Like, I don't think that those things should be promoted. I don't think there's anything positive in that. Him having the deal, it's not that he has the deal. It's just the way. It's just the same thing he did with the first decision. It's cringy. I think it's awful. And I think it's worse than the first decision because you knew the first decision was wrong. You're doing it again, and it's for alcohol.
I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna switch it up on you guys today. I'm gonna play the advocate. I'm gonna play his lawyer, right? So, in LeBron's defense, right? Let's take it all the way back to how he grew up, right? We know the story, we know the upbringing. Kid from Akron, made it from nothing, yada yada yada, blah blah. We know that, right? So we know that he's on the back half. He's well into the back half of his playing career. We all know that. Right. Granted, yes, he is currently a billionaire. Sure. But at the same time, if I was in the same position, I would make sure I have all these other investments and all this money moving prepared for outside when I leave. I'm not mad about endorsements. You know what I'm saying? Bring them in, rack them up. I'll do whatever commercial. I get the play on the decision because how it made everybody. He's not clueless to social whisperings and stuff like that. He knows how everything he does makes people feel, and so that's why that ploy to use the decision, especially with the talks of are you going to do another year, are you retiring, are you waiting until Bryce comes out, and yada yada yada. It immediately captured everybody. It called me. I was like, oh man, he's not about to do this. He's not about to do this. It even got me, right? So I get it. It was well played, right? And alcohol is the wave right now. And the only thing that when it comes to alcohol, it's about the consumer, not the seller. The seller's job is to only sell you a product. It's the consumer's responsibility to not overdo it. So alcohol is only bad in excess, right? If alcohol is the problem, is you got to look at the people who are consuming the alcohol. But if I'm selling alcohol, I'm just selling a product. We can't look at that any different than a car, than Skittles, than clothes. It's still a product. It's merchandise. And alcohol, like I said, is the wave. Kevin Hart, The Rock, LeBron with his tequila. Michael Jordan has an alcohol. So alcohol is the new stock market, you know, because alcohol is not going anywhere. There's money in that. So if people are attaching their names to alcohol because it's the new money skyrocketer, I'm not mad at it. Was the commercial corny and cringy? Of course, but that is LeBron. And I think he's playing into that role more. He knows that he's this goofy character, this cringy guy, and it's gonna make people talk, and it's gonna do things like shoot the Lakers tickets up.
He making it work. He making it work for him for sure. He definitely making it work for him. He knows he's pushing a certain audience buttons, and because I think he tweeted some laughter after the commercial drop. I think he hit something on Instagram with laughing emojis, like you know what I'm saying, gotcha. Like he knows he's pushing people's buttons. That's why I don't want Dominique to get. I don't want him to get a rise out of you every time he do something stupid. Like, cause I mean. How many times he go get a rise out of us?
Peep this. He did the first decision, and you know the part on it that was lost is he raised several $1 million for the Boys and Girls Club of America.
Yeah, I mean, on one end it always seemed cool. I mean, but we called it out even
now
then because he was tone deaf to the Cleveland Cavs fans and Cleveland as a ownership. Like
that's why I'm saying that this is worse.
But look at this. But look at this. He said I did this and I raised money for kids across America. Y'all said it was the worst shit ever. Well, watch me be worse. I'm gonna do it just for my money. I'm gonna do it for me. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna wear the same shirt.
And you gotta find a humor in that, dog. You gotta find a humor in that.
As a comedian, it's funny. It's also goofy, but it's pretty funny.
So real quick to this comment, right? Can you bring the comment back up real quick?
Shout out to Bruce from the Format Podcast.
So to this comment, right? You said poison to a community that is negatively affected. Why is it a poison to that community and a poison not to anybody else? I told you, it's about consumption, the consumer. That has to be something that you talk to, and it has to be dealt with about that person.
So here's the worst part about the Hennessy deal.
No, but is he a role model or not? That's why I said
I hope not.
This is why I said this is worse than the first decision. First decision, he could say that he was donating to kids and whatever, even if that wasn't the motive, right? And I mean, maybe in some people's eyes that's worse because you're hiding behind kids to do something for, that's self-serving. But this is awful. And I want us to just kind of stop making excuses for it. Like the excuses are
nobody making no excuses.
I mean, I hear
and Charles Barkley told us a long time ago, quit letting athletes be your kids' role model. And Charles Barkley said that in the 90s.
Charles Barkley. It's not about what Charles Barkley said. It's about what LeBron said. So I'm just holding LeBron.
No, you said is he a role model? What makes him not a role model?
Well, that's what he said that he is, and everybody is saying
what makes him not a role model.
An example to follow.
So again, here's the question. Simple question. What makes LeBron James not a role model in your opinion?
I don't think he is or he isn't. I don't think he's an example for basketball players to follow. I don't think that this is a good blueprint for, how to be as a person. I don't think any of these qualities are good. And he's constantly talking to his haters. He's constantly focused on people that don't like him. Not that I just wish that he was spending his last year, 2, 3, 5 years, whatever it is, really loving NBA fans and appreciating them. That's what I wish that he were doing more of instead of constantly being a troll, constantly trying to do something that just blows up or backfires in his face.
But why would he spend the time loving the NBA fans if the NBA fans don't love him back?
Well, hold on, Jay. The only reason why it blows up is because the button on the detonator continues to work for their audience. Like for me, the button doesn't work no more. I no longer have like if my level of where I'm at is here, and every time LeBron tweets something or says something, it goes here, and I'm up. That's not happening no more. Like he's not gonna push my button and then make me spaz out. I'm not spazzing out. Hold on. I'm not spazzing out. So this is not pushback to make an excuse for him. This is me saying I can care less that he's doing goofy stuff. I mention it, but I'm just mentioning it to have a conversation. It's not getting a rise out of me. Like, I'm not going up in arms. I'm not trying to call out whether he's a role model or say that this is dumb for you to promote Hennessy. And I can care less if LeBron promote me. He's a non-factor in my head right now. Like, seriously, he's a non-factor. Like, all last year I talked about LeBron a whole lot. And Bronny, I don't even want to, like, I really don't even like when he make the news. Right. I'm really ready for him not to make the news that much anymore. So whenever he do make the news on some goofy stuff, I laugh about it. I mentioned, but it's not getting a rise out of me. I'm just not going high and right with it. No
I have to call us all out, because we'll say this, and this is a trend on so many different channels. Oh, I don't want to talk about LeBron James anymore. Oh, I don't want to get a rise out of it. Like, we're talking about it. We're talking about it. We're producing shows about it. And so we're here to talk about it. And I'm just being honest about what I think about this situation. And if LeBron were focused on NBA fans that loved him instead of the people that hated him so much, I think that he would not go into an arena like a football stadium and get booed for no reason. He's just sitting there. And so what? He's putting a crown on his head, right? Maybe that's goofy to some people. But again, I just think if he were not doing things like this, he would have more love when he goes into situations like that.
Yeah,
He would have
I agree with everything you're saying, though, Dom. I'm just
maybe
the only
in that
thing that's
man's
different between me and you, Dom, is I'm not getting a rise. It's not getting a rise out of me. That's the only difference between us. I agree with everything you're saying.
I just think it's irrelevant whether it gets a rise out of somebody or not. Their reaction to it doesn't matter. But you're saying that the reason why NBA fans can't love him is because of that button, and it's because of his actions. It's not because of a button.
That's not what I said.
But here's the thing. Maybe that man is like, listen, love me or hate me, I don't care. I'm gonna do what makes me happy. Which is funny. And that's what we all should strive to be. Do what makes you happy.
If that were really true, he wouldn't be doing these things, Jay.
Hey, listen, apparently
really true. If he didn't care what you thought or what I thought, he wouldn't have an entire media company. He wouldn't be spending millions of dollars dedicated to lies.
Well, I think what makes him happy is making more money.
Oh, yeah. I mean, nobody could fool me with that one. Even the more money, there's no price you can put on people loving you. There's no price you can put on people calling you the GOAT. You can pay as many people as you want off, and it's still not working.
I mean, I guess I'm different, because people who I don't know opinion of me doesn't matter. In fact, people who I love dearly opinion of me don't know.
I've never seen you call me up and said, Dominque, you know what? I'll give you $30 to say this tonight online. Go on YouTube. I'll give you $30 if you just say this for me. Push this narrative for me.
Yeah,
I've never. So
it won't never happen.
Yeah, because you don't actually care about what I really think or what I'm gonna say. But LeBron's out there spending money because he cares.
For me, $30 ain't enough. You gotta up them numbers.
I'm for it. He saw that and was like, "Don't worry, guys.
You gotta up them. You gotta throw for you. You gotta listen. You gotta throw for you zeros behind.
That was the wizard ticket numbers.
Chris, $30 for me. I'll produce a show for you. Okay, you give me a topic, $30.
Hey, if I get an email talking about something, hey man, we got 30 million. I don't even need to finish the rest of the email. All right, bet. Let's get this show on the road, man. Hey, you want Venmo? You want Zelle? You want Cash App? How you want to say it?
And let me not miss this opportunity, because
$30 adds up. I'm telling you, Chris.
Let me not miss this opportunity, because everyone missed something that happened today on this show, and I gotta repeat it.
Okay.
Mel Senior said Stephen A was right.
Go get the mouthwash.
I mean, I don't even remember saying that, but I mean, what's wrong with me saying he was right? Y'all think I listen, dude, I'm fluent with whatever I think is what I'm gonna say. Like, I say what I see. Like, I don't have.
I just want you to know you said that after you watched our show yesterday. Don't tell nobody.
I don't have no problem with that, man. I say what I see.
Okay.
I say what I see.
And real quick before we get the first phone call in, I want to address some of the comments where they said that LeBron being a role model and a lot of people that look up to LeBron are under the legal drinking age. I want to take this back to and equate it to something else. A lot of people who grew up idolizing MJ and said MJ was their role model were the same age as a lot of the fan groups of those who are are fans of LeBron now. And what did you see from Mike when he wasn't on the court? Him smoking a cigar, him drinking, him gambling. It's the same thing.
You can say that. We got a caller. Caller, what's up? What's your thoughts?
Hey, what's up, Mel? This is Sean from LA, man.
What's up, big dog?
How you been, man?
Man, we've been hanging in there, man. We hanging in there.
Man, I wasn't duped with that commercial, man. I know that dude ain't trying to retire. He was just trying to, just to save face in order to put a spectacle for that, to promote his own version of thug passion. Which I don't know why you promoting Hennessy, LeBron. I mean, you could make your own liquor. I mean, you're a billionaire, but whatever. I mean, it is what it is. But I agree with Sports T on LeBron James' insecurity and his immense thirst to force other people to like him and respect him.
Yeah, I think we all agree with Sports T. I mean, everybody on this panel actually kind of got a similar thought process when it comes to LeBron. Jay's a slightly different. He defends him a little bit more than anybody else, but for the most part, we all agree. But we've all said this for this podcast has been on for 3 years, and I've been saying the same thing about LeBron for 3 years, and it's stale as hell. I'm tired of saying it. So the level of energy I give it is I don't have a lot of energy to give it no more. Like he's doing what's on brand for him to do. Is he's been trending in this direction for a long time. All the goofy stuff, we've called it out 100, almost 1,000 times. You know what I mean? And it's just not gonna be the same energy no more.
Can I just jump in real quick? I want to say thank you, Mel, for passing me the torch. I haven't been doing this as long as you are, so I still have the energy. So I'll pick up after you.
Yeah, and that's good. And I'm not saying you should. I'm saying I'm not. Hold on, let me see if I get this call back. Yeah, go ahead, bro. We lost you. Go ahead, finish your thought.
Yeah, what I'm saying is I think you're at the phase where that you had to, you acknowledge that the person who lies a lot to the point he believes in lies, and you just like, man, I'm just going to just get away from it. But you know that you just here to say the truth. I'm glad you always speak for the truth. But yeah, man, this is the LeBron James experience I've warned about Laker Nation for the past 7 years. Like, the dude is always about himself. He thinks that, every city he touched down to are full of losers, and that his level of greatness will outshine anyone else's. When, if you live in LA or Miami or any city that has a sports legacy, regardless of any sport that won championships before, we've seen greatness. And yet you believe that you are the head honcho. We've never seen that from other players who are great, because other players knows there's other athletes that's great, and they never force other people to like them. They let their effort show. But yeah, man, another new year, a new season to see a lot of breaks, a lot of houses that's going to be made every single game. So, and more excuses. Hey, the ass injury, the nerves. The signs are there. The signs are there. Maybe his body can't take it anymore. I'm just going to leave it at that.
All right, man. Thanks for the call, bro.
All right, bro.
Yep.
Hey, for those in the comments, 2 things. One, I am probably the person that dislikes LeBron on this panel the most. So let's go ahead and get that out.
I'm gonna give you number 2. I'm gonna give you a strong second.
No,
hold on. So I'm just saying that I'm from a money perspective, I get it. Second of all, a lot of people forget he did attach his name to an alcohol. He was an early investor in Lobos Tequila, but that shit was ass. So now he's attaching his name to something that is known and reputable, that's gonna bring him some money back. Y'all just forget. Y'all forget the failures, like typical LeBron fans do.
Yeah. All right. We got another caller. Caller, what's up? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Much love and respect to all you guys in there and ladies. But
Thank
I do
you.
agree with.
Hello. We dropping calls left and right, man. Caller, what's up?
You got me
You
back?
have to put your phone
Yeah,
in.
yeah, I
Yeah,
got
I
you.
don't
Go
know.
ahead.
Somehow got quick. Yeah, so like I said, I agree with both you and Dominique. And he should get that smoke how Dominique just gave it to him. Well said. But I also agree with you, brother Mel. It's too much up and coming new talent in the league. We need to focus on that because what LeBron is, as long as his name is in the algorithm, he gets off on that.
Man, what's going on with
What
my
is going
phone,
on?
man?
Shit dropping calls like
It might not have been your phone, man. He might have hit it with his face.
Nah, it happened with the last caller too.
with his face, Jay.
What'd you say? It might be way.
He might have hit it with his face.
Dang, I don't know what's going on with the calls, man. I'm sorry, but it sounded like he was saying that, when LeBron do stuff like this, it deserves smoke, but at the same time, should we give him that much push? When there's so much other stuff in the NBA that we talk about, and I really enjoyed SGA last season, man, and these young guys got to be talked about. We can't keep letting LeBron hog. I mean, because think about it. This is the start of the season. He get to be the first big story. Like he gets to be he stole it again. He stole the spotlight again. He get to be the first big story of the season. Man, that's unfair, dog. Like that's unfair. Hey, caller, go ahead. And cut YouTube off in the background.
Yes. Yeah, I did. I'm sorry about that, everybody. But yeah, the less we talk about LeBron, the better. And focus on these up-and-coming players, because these up-and-coming players are getting it from the mud. We need to give them more shine and give them their flowers. The less we talk about him, he will get frustrated that nobody's talking about him.
Agreed.
And I think that's for the better. Let him fade, like the old saying, let him fade to black.
Yeah.
Let him fade out. We don't need to discuss him no more. But I do agree with you, Dominique. Don't think I don't. I do. He needs that smoke.
Yeah.
But we need to just focus on all these new players. All these new players need that love. They're not getting no love. We're not even talking enough about them.
Yeah, I agree.
That's all how I feel. Much love and respect to everybody in this room. And Brianna Bull, I listened to your podcast the other night. I gotta give you the utmost love and respect. You are very, very knowledgeable of the game, both men and women. That's crazy. Not too many women say you, but Dominique, very knowledgeable of the game. Not too many women are like that. But much love and respect to your podcast. I listened to it the other night. It's very good. I even commented on it.
I appreciate the support, brother, man.
Yeah, thank you.
No, always. I'm the guy that calls from New Jersey that says the word overstand, and y'all laugh at me. You knew what the word overstand. You knew what the word overstand.
You started something that you
started something that day. And I definitely overstand, my brother. I definitely overstand. I overstand and understand, brother.
There you go. There it is, brother. But much love and respect. I want you guys to keep growing, keep telling that truth, and the brother up there, that's the LeBron fan. Yo, man, cut it out, man. We all know he's trash. Just come to the conclusion he's trash. He's not top 5. He's not even top 10. He's not even better than Kevin Garnett, and Kevin Garnett's not top 10.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
that's another conversation for another day.
2 things, man, that I had to push back. Number 1, I do believe he's top 10, and number 2, I don't believe I'm a LeBron fan. But appreciate it.
I just listen. I'm looking at his skill set. He's not better than Kevin, bro. Kevin Garnett will destroy him.
Somebody in the comments said KG is the GOAT.
All right, New Jersey, man. I'm gonna take one more phone call, man. Then we're gonna move to the next topic, man.
All right, brother, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for overstanding, brother.
All right, Clayton. I'm gonna lock you in. I'm gonna lock you in, Clayton.
All
right. I overstand, brother.
Thank you for overstanding, brother.
Dom, and Dom, listen, you know you my dog. I'm not trying to give you no smoke at all, but listen, a long time ago, I did an episode of about, and I think it was something dealing with the Clash of the Titans, and I think it was if I remember the movie right, the gods wasn't getting no attention because nobody was praying to them, and it was making them weaker or something like that. Am I getting that right? Y'all remember that? And they kind of raised
that damn movie.
Right. I don't.
Let's keep
Next
going.
caller.
Next caller. Yeah,
Next
like
caller.
Yeah, sound believable, man.
Yeah,
The guys wasn't getting attention. Keep going.
Just so you know, I don't take it anyway. It's when you have an unpopular opinion, you're going to sit in that seat. So I wear that badge. I've always sat in that seat where
it wasn't unpopular though.
It is because it's unpopular.
No, it's not.
Because I'm allowed to have the opinion that you have, but my reaction has to be on the same wavelength. That's what you're saying. And I'm not.
No. That's not what I'm saying. No.
About LeBron, but we're not supposed to give him any attention. So
no, that's not what I'm saying, Dom. What I was saying.
It's you.
Hold on. This is what I was saying, Dom. What I was saying was when we gave our opinion and it didn't have that same energy, it seemed like you were scolding us for not giving him smoke. And I'm like, wait, why are you scolding us for not giving him no smoke? I don't want to give him no smoke. Just talk to LeBron and give him all that energy. I don't want none of that energy.
I was addressing the fact that we're saying that this was a genius move. This was that. That's what I was addressing. I said exactly what I said. I'm standing on business with what I said. I addressed. It's not like anything. It's just like what I said. Exactly what I was responding to is exactly what I mean. There's no hidden message.
Well, let me say this to you.
Caller, what's up?
What's up with y'all, man? How y'all doing?
We're good. What's your thoughts?
Man, listen, my thoughts is this, man. I think LeBron James is stunting the growth of the game, man. You know, I think he's staying around too long, man. You know, you got a lot of good talent coming up, and it's being overlooked because LeBron James is doing these little tactics that he's doing. You know, I think you know, we got Shea, he just won the championship, and we ain't even talking about him.
Correct.
You know?
Correct.
That's what I think.
I agree 100%, man. I appreciate that. Short and sweet, man. Thanks for the call.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Dominque, let me say this to you directly. And I mean exactly what I say. Man, that jacket fire AF. Yo, listen, that motherfucker is dope. I've been looking at it the whole show like, sheesh.
You should see the back.
The
back
listen,
is dope.
Let me see the back by sending me a 2XL in the mail. Send me one.
We're gonna take one more phone call, y'all. It's gonna be quick. Go ahead, caller. Caller from New York. Go ahead. Caller just wanted to hear our voice. All right. Cash App came in from Brand.
Yeah, what's up, man?
What's up? Go ahead. What's your thoughts?
I'm an older dude. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You got to cut YouTube off in the background.
And I rock with you because you got an old soul. But okay, got you. Yo, check it out though. Do you think the Lakers knew about it, the whole scheme that he was doing, because they raised the tickets of that last game? Or do you think that they thought that he was going to retire?
I'll let somebody else answer that.
And raise the tickets to make money.
Who want to take that?
Or were they behind the whole scheme?
Of course they knew. Listen, it is capitalism at its finest. If we can profit off of the ignorance of the common man, we will profit. That's a part of what's wrong with this country right now. But yeah, they knew the whole way through. In my opinion.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thanks for the call, bro. All right, that's the last call, y'all. Cash App, $5 Cash App. It's crazy that you guys got
that's
haters
a super
on your
chat
channel. What'd I say, Cash App?
Yeah.
Super chat. It's crazy that y'all got haters on your channel on a daily basis, but yet LeBron is more worried about so-called nobody's not liking him. Okay. All right, got it. All right, y'all.
117.
Anything else?
No, sir.
No, move on.
Keep it
Please.
pushing. It is a school night.
It is a school night. Man, I got a lot going on. All right, y'all, let's get into the Wild Wild West, man. What's going on? ESPN gave their odds to win the West, and they gave their predictions on what they thought the records was going to be and all of that good stuff. And I was kind of intrigued by what they came up with. Obviously, I'm not surprised that they gave OKC the best odds to win the West. That makes sense. But I'm very surprised to see Denver Nuggets at number 2. I mean, they did make some moves, got a little bit more cap space with getting rid of Michael Porter Jr.'s contract, and then kind of replacing his shooting with Cam Johnson. But it's other things that Michael Porter Jr. did that I don't think Cam Johnson is going to really provide, right? But then they was able to get a couple of more bench players. I think they bought Bruce Brown back, and they got some other stuff they got to back up for Jokic, just probably not never get in the game. But them being at number 2 is surprising for me. And then Houston Rockets with the third best odds to win the West, I thought was unique. Because I don't know if I had them that high, but I definitely got them top 5 for sure. And then on ESPN they gave their record predictions, and they're predicting that OKC win about 58 games, and then Denver to win about 50 games. So and Houston about 50 games. So all that is interesting. And you see our way on the right, you see Phoenix over there predicted to win less than 35 games. Man, that is insane, dog. So they down there with Charlotte. So I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I do want us to discuss it, starting with that top 3: OKC, Denver, and Houston. Is that how y'all see it?
One of these is not like the others.
Mm.
And that's OKC. They're the champs.
That version too, yeah. I told y'all before, Denver will be a playing team at best. Denver
playing. I mean, so that's a big disparity. That's a big disparity of number 2 in the West, 50 games, and play in. Like that's. I mean, explain why you so different than what ESPN is predicting and why.
I think that they're holding a lot of stock in what Jokic can do and not realizing things that have changed around him on that team. That is not the same team, and I don't think they've gotten better. So
why are you talking? I'm gonna pull their roster up.
So, and we've seen the decline since their championship, right? This is it's not like they've just magically gotten better since then, since last season. And I think a lot of other teams in the West are getting better. I think Houston has a chance. I give Houston the 3rd seed, so they're about right where I expect them to be. But a lot of people are missing out on the Clippers. The Clippers are going to be sneaky good this year.
Okay.
They're like I said on the show, their biggest op is health. If they can stay healthy, they're very deep. So even health might really not derail them that much. Health might take them from being top 4 to 5 or 6, but I think they can definitely be top 3 in the West for sure.
Man, I don't see.
Shout out to Dreamers Pro, man. What's up, Charles? He said he's not sure they better than the Wolves. Denver, yeah, you might be right. Yeah, I mean, they giving a lot of love to Denver.
There you go. That's the one. That's
what I want to talk about that too. Yeah, and also, I don't like Golden State. I think they're be given too much credit as well, despite their addition of Al.
Yeah,
way too much credit.
So let's get into the weeds, man. Let's get into the raw. I want to hear what y'all think that there's go fail them. I mean, I guess we can start with Denver since we think they're rated a little too high. Let's start with Denver and let's get into their roster and then get into everything else. Like, I mean, somebody start us off.
They're not as good as projected. I mean, it's Jokic does everything and except for defense, and that's not winning basketball.
Come on, man. Give me something a little deeper than that, man. I know what I think.
I don't want to talk about Denver. I want to talk about Dallas. Denver. Dallas will have a better record than Denver. That's deep.
They lost Russell Westbrook. And I don't think that Denver has a real point guard. And I think that's why they're gonna be in the same place. So I agree with Chris and Jay that they're not gonna be as good. But I think they're just gonna wind up a second round knockout.
All right, so they're projected to start Jamal Murray, and I get what you're saying, Dom. They don't have a point, but I like Jamal Murray. I think you know, he had the ACL injury and he had a couple of more injuries after that. I think that kind of messes him up, and I think sometimes he plays through injuries too. But I really do like Jamal Murray. I really do.
I love Jamal Murray. I love him.
So I like Jamal. So here's that. So they're projected to start Jamal Murray, Christian Braun, who's growing as a young player, Cameron Johnson in the place of Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Nikola Jokic, right? That was able to get that bench a little bit better with Tim Hardaway Jr. and Bruce Brown, and they still got Strawder, who's a shooter from Gonzaga, and they got Peyton Watson, who's a great defender, and they brought in Jonas Valanciunas to kind of back up Giannis. You know, I guess he could do a bit better job than freaking Jordan was doing, right? DeAndre Jordan. So I guess they was complaining that they didn't have a bench. So getting rid of Michael Porter Jr. got you Cam Johnson and some money to get you Tim Hardaway and Bruce Brown. Is that enough?
No. You need a real point guard.
But they got you just said you like Jamal Murray.
Not as a point guard. He's a guard. So, I mean, he's a shooting guard to me. I don't view him as a point guard. And I think that most teams, when you do not have a traditional point guard, you're likely not going to win. And I think that that's what holds teams back ultimately from repeating. I see it in the WNBA as well.
You know what, Dom, though? I'll give a little pushback to that. Maybe we don't see Jamal as a traditional point guard because he's not allowed to be one in that offense. Jokic trying to be a point center. Exactly. So when Jokic is your primary ball handler and the offense is running through him and he's doing all the setting up, we don't get to see Jamal Murray actually facilitate and actually be a point guard unless they don't
have a real point guard. Jokic is not going to stand there and play the center. What do you think? He's not going to have that ball in his hand, galloping down the court, can't run, jump, or dunk the damn ball. Like, he's going to do the same thing he did last year and the year before that, rack up the points, rebounds, and assists. There's no real point guard. You have to
the issue you just identified the issue, and it's the same thing I've been saying is Jokic playing point guard and taking it away from whoever's supposed to be the real point guard. Because I think Jamal Murray can really run the show. If Tony Parker could do it, Jamal Murray could do it. You know, they both had a scorer's mentality, and that was coaching from Popovich that actually turned Tony Parker into what he turned into. And I think Jamal Murray got a little bit more ability than Tony Parker. And if he was coached a certain way, I think you could get out of him similar to what you get from Tony Parker. But I'm with you 100%. I think Jokic overstepping his boundaries and playing point forward or point center is taken away from, you know, the team a little bit. And just like you said, you seen it in the WNBA. I heard you say it on a WNBA panel talking about Alyssa Thomas, and they're down 3-0. I mean, you said this in game one, and it's playing out the way you said it. Like, that point forward stuff is overrated. I mean, it is overrated unless you got Steph Curry as your point guard that runs off and it's just a world talent, right? It's just crazy trying to make that work. But I'm off my soapbox there. I mean, but my thoughts is, yeah, I'm with y'all. I don't think Denver is up at number 2. That's very high for them. It's wishful thinking by the NBA. I think Jokic ain't as good as they think they is, and same thing with Bree said. I mean, they got the Warriors too high as well, but yeah, that's not gonna get it done. They think they solved their problem by getting rid of Michael Porter Jr. and getting a bench player that helped them 4 years ago, and Bruce Brown, but that's not gonna help them. They behind all these other teams. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just have one question. Could you imagine Jokic, Denver being in the finals again this season? Could you imagine that they lose, or even just a second round knockout? So how many second round knockouts would that be in the tenure of Jokic with Denver? Yeah. A lot, right? One title. So one title out of that and multiple second round knockouts. They go to the finals. They're knocked out again. No real point guard. Same things happen, averaging probably 7 turnovers a game. And I averaged a triple-double. I averaged a triple-double in all of these series. Imagine you get to say that, Mel. How does that make you feel?
You already know. I don't know why you asked me that. You already know how I feel about it.
I'm just saying that's going to be the narrative. So if he goes to the finals, if he goes and knocked out in the second round again, the narrative will be triple double. And I mean, I had to hear the ladies tell me that. AT, another triple-double tonight in a loss. Like, what does it really matter? Right?
Yeah, that's that's a whole different topic, man. I don't even want to open that can of worms right now, but they go. It'll be a scapegoat. The scapegoat last year was, oh, Jokic is doing so much, but he don't have a bench. They got a bench now this year.
They even have their darling Bruce Brown.
They do.
That they made excuses. Oh, he left. We just couldn't get back there again without Bruce Brown. Now they have him back. What's going to happen? He was really good off the bench. So I am curious to see, is he going to be the missing piece that gets them out of the second round?
I just don't see it. The West is too strong, man. Let's look at these teams again. The West is just, everybody got so much better.
He's that burst of energy off the bench. Jokic can't run. Like, that's
let me ask this. Do y'all think Houston is a better team than Denver this year with what the additions they made?
I think they're in the same place. Can you believe that, Mel? Because they also don't have a real point guard right now. They're going to have Kevin Durant take over those duties, and that's not where he shines. He can do it, but we're going to see high turnovers.
Well, I watched their preseason game, and they letting Amen Thompson and Reed Shepherd handle those duties.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So if they
it looks good. Also, the offense they're running is not like they're relying on a point guard to run a high screen and roll and nothing like that. That offense is totally different than it looks. I like it. It's fluent. It looks good. It looks like when the year that Boston won it, it looks like that.
Well, then let me say this. They're already a step ahead of Denver because they have Ime. Denver doesn't even have I forgot they don't even have their coach.
Yeah, facts. All right, Bree, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, can you put it back on the other screenshot?
The which one?
Just that one, yeah. But as far as Houston Rockets, the one thing I didn't like about them is what they look like without KD, and he definitely is not reliable to play a long season. Like, arguably, Joker is more reliable of a player, more reliable of a superstar throughout the year, like season, to stay good for their team. So I'm just curious. I hope that the Rockets don't lose KD in some type of crazy way, but I would be concerned for them if they did. And that would definitely drop their contention. And I did have them in the top 3, but after watching the preseason, I know it's just preseason, I'm starting to think a little bit more, maybe top 5. I don't know about top 3 though for the Houston Rockets. Okay. I want Dallas is being way underrated, and so is the Spurs. The Spurs are being completely underrated. They should be, if anything, the Lakers should drop down, and even the Warriors should drop down, and the Wolves should drop down out of this list for sure.
So do you think it's justifiable to have Dallas a little low because Kyrie's not there yet? Or, do you think they can hold the fort down and at least, that's like number 8, right? Do you think they can be above Golden State? And you said above the Lakers as well. So maybe they can be in like the 6th seed. They're a top 6 team.
I do.
Dallas? Okay,
yeah,
top 6. Okay.
I really like their bench. I think their 3rd string. If you have 3 solid bigs for your team, 3 solid bigs.
That's great.
Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively, and AD. And then you even have Dwight Powell, who I'm not saying is amazing, but he does what he's supposed to do. He's a body, and he's low-key reliable for what he's getting paid for. So that's 4, huge. Then it doesn't stop there because your backcourt is still nasty too. You have D'Lo. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we're gonna see a Brooklyn Nets D'Lo, not the second time around, the first time around. Yeah. We might see that.
That was a heck of a pickup though, and people sleeping on that because they lost Kyrie for the beginning of the season, but picking up D'Lo is going to do more than what people think it's going to do.
Very serviceable. I like Dallas to give them some time, give them some grace, give them a couple of weeks to just kind of figure it out.
And all the people she named, no one said Cooper Flag yet.
If you would have let me finish my thought,
I love Cooper Flag.
Jehoshaphat.
No, what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is how loaded Dallas is. Pause. You know what I'm saying?
I think Dallas is loaded, Jay, but I think that they're a little bit. I think, like Mel just said, we need to give them some time. I don't think this is going to be the season for them. I don't even know if this iteration of their team is going to be time for them.
They got a better coach. Jason Kidd is a better coach than Eam, and he's a better coach than this Denver Nuggets coach. He's a better coach than Steve Kerr. I got a lot of faith in Jason Kidd.
I don't think that he's a better coach than Ime Udoka. I think that they're good. I think he's a really good coach, but I don't think he's better than Ime, because I think that Ime would have figured out a better way to maybe perhaps to keep Luka Doncic.
No, not even keep Luka Doncic, just make his ass show up in shape.
That's what I'm saying. He would have been able to keep Luka Doncic. He would have had those real conversations instead of kind of snaking him behind his back. And I just think that he would have said, "Hey, you're fat. We're not gonna do this. Let's go." And he would have either stepped up or he would have been traded, but it would have been a blatant. I don't think it would have been a secret the way Jason Kidd went about it. I think they're very skilled, both very skilled coaches, really both bright. But when you take a look at this iteration of the Mavs team, AD's always hurt. He has to wear glasses now for the rest of his career. I just wonder what that's really like. I hope this is this a contract year for AD? Does anybody know?
Oh no, I check while you're talking.
It should be his last contract, not contract year.
If it's his contract year, we're gonna see him on the floor more games than ever. The Clippers, I just want to say that on paper they are so dangerous. I think that Chris, is Kawhi gonna play?
The problem is a paper cut could take somebody's season out. That same paper that they dangerous on, that a paper cut could end Kawhi's season.
Well, Kawhi, I think he's got a lot to play for. I think this is his last contract year, and then he's also trying to distract us from the Clippers scandal, probably. Okay, well, if I play well, a lot of this is going to go away, and he's probably right.
Well, we saw more Kawhi last year than we have in the past few seasons, so I think that there's something to be, said to that trend can hopefully continue, especially with the fact that the Clippers are loaded up with other scoring options other just than Kawhi Leonard. You got James Harden, and me and Mel had this conversation about it on the show the other day. I personally would send James Harden back to being a shooting guard, and then he could be a backup point guard, or he can, facilitate if need be. But you have two capable point guards. You have two capable point guards. Let Kawhi and James Harden.
Before we get in the weeds, because I already know this is about to be a conversation. Dom, Anthony Davis has a player option 2027-2028 season. Kyrie Irving has a player option that year. So they both expired the same season. They both got player options for 2027-28. All right, go ahead, Chris.
It's going to be an important season for them. But think about it, Chris. James Harden is a serial loser. They're not going to be dangerous. He's already right now literally planning his exit speech for the end of the season. They're not going to do anything.
I mean, that's a playoff talking point for James Harden, but we so far away from the playoffs. I think right now we're just trying to talk about how the league, the West, is going to shape up regular season wise. That conversation shifts and changes as soon as the playoffs starts. And then we can start talking about how bad James is in the playoffs past the first round.
His regular season excuses. What we're going to see him probably turn around and try to block Kawhi Leonard on the floor to have a laugh. What?
Yeah, but it's so many fail proofs and plan Bs with the Clippers. I think the management and Ty Lue have dummy proofed some of the issues they got with the Clippers. Oh, Kawhi goes down for 15 straight games. We'll run everything through Harden, Bill, and Zubac. When Harden has a big game and he don't show up, then we can expect Kawhi to do something, and CP can help us out. You know what I mean? So they got a lot of fail proofs. We ain't got to worry about playing CP too much because he's coming off the bench as an old guy. So we might have him healthy most of the season. So they got a whole lot of fail proofs around these guys that have these issues. And that's the only way they can do it. They built their team around a guy who got a bum knee. It is what it is.
Do you expect them to win this season? Like, where do you think they'll fall in the seeding?
They'll get 50. It'll probably be like right around 50, like maybe 50, 51.
You think they'll be at 50, 51 games?
I think they'll be number 2 in the West.
You have them too. Okay.
I have them too.
Who do you have them?
I got OKC.
I got OKC number 1. I got OKC number 1.
I take Houston 2. I take Clippers 3. I take I take Mavs 4 and Nuggets 5.
I wanna say this. I wanna say
And then
this.
T-Wolves. No, I'm lying. I got T-Wolves above Nuggets. I'm going OKC 1. I'm going Rockets 2. I give T-Wolves the edge with 3. I go Clippers 4. I go Nuggets 5. I go Lakers 6.
I think somehow the Lakers are going to be a number 2 seed again, knocked out in the first round.
I wanna maybe this is just the optimist in me, but I gotta see it on the court. I gotta see it on the court, and I'm hoping what I'm envisioning is what happens. Watch out for the Pelicans. I'm not saying they're gonna win the West. I'm not saying they're gonna win the West. They're gonna be real competitive, and they're gonna be in there come April.
It's possible.
Just watch out.
Yeah, I'm thinking because with Jordan Poole, the addition of Jordan Poole, I'm very curious to see what he's going to be like with a team that he probably actually thinks is one of the best teams he's been on since Golden State, probably. Because I don't think he felt that way being in the Wizards, and now he has DeJounte Murray, Zion. Who else is there? Is Brandon Ingram still there?
No, he went to Toronto.
Okay.
It's Zion, Jordan Poole. I'll pull the roster up while you're talking. Go ahead.
But I was gonna say, as far as the New Orleans Pelicans, like what CJ McCollum did this past season, I think was really commendable. And I know he's gone, but I think it just showed the potential of the Pelicans team. And I'm really curious to see regular guys like Herbert Jones show that consistency, because I think that's what it takes for a team to be top 10 or at least make the play-in. And they're going to surprise us like the Pistons did. I think that's definitely in the cards for them.
Wait. When did the Pelicans get Kevon Looney? When did that happen?
This summer.
Right. Okay, yes. I was like, there's one more person. Yeah, like,
so it's Jordan Poole.
It's not bad.
So they projected to start Jordan Poole, Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, and I like both of those guys as 3 and D. Zion Williamson, and this Missy kid is long, and I think he can shoot the 3 a little bit as well. But he got a lot to prove. And then Jeremiah Fears, who I think either was a rookie last year or rookie this year, and Jordan Hawkins, who was a rookie last year, who could shoot it. Sadiq Bey, Derek Queen, which I like from Maryland as a rookie, Kevon Looney, and then they got Jose Alvarado as well, Grand Theft Alvarado.
They really might be solid at center position, low key. Like the center position might be kind of crazy for them boys.
Yeah, we'll see.
Zion can play a true power forward position.
Yeah.
Hey, watch out for the Pelicans, man. Those boys might be something to see. They're gonna have the smooth.
What you think? What you thinking, Jay?
Pelican. I would. You got to see it all come to action. If Zion healthy, I think the Pelicans may make a splash. I think the back end of the West. If you pull up the other sheet again,
what's the ceiling for the Pelicans?
5.
I give them
5
4.
is the ceiling. Bree, what's the ceiling for the Pelicans?
6.
Dom,
Playing.
That's the ceiling.
Yeah, right where isn't that where they always are?
No, they don't even.
No,
they be in Cancun by All-Star break.
Yeah,
so if playing is the ceiling, Dom, what's the worst?
Ceiling. I mean, missing the play.
What's the worst?
Ceiling is playing. Worst is just missing.
But it's the West is looking really good though, considering all the even the Grizzlies are gonna be cool. I'm excited to see the Grizzlies play. Only team I think in the West is 2 teams that are gonna suck. Yeah, to me the Blazers probably are gonna be trash. The Jazz are gonna be the worst team. They're gonna have the worst record. The Jazz are gonna be the absolute
Jazz. Yeah. You know what? The Jazz is so bad that I be forgetting that they a team altogether. I just forgetting they in the West. I just be forgetting they a team altogether.
I enjoyed watching the guy that doesn't want to be there play in the preseason.
Ace Bailey.
25 points in the preseason.
I like
and talking trash to Kevin Durant, stole the ball from him twice.
I thought he looked really
the entire game though.
Good. I hope he can get out of Utah, but like in a respectful manner. I think in the West, Wild Wild West, I think we're going to see the Lakers look really great until the playoffs, just like we did last year.
Mm-hmm.
They have to justify that 4-year extension.
So give me your prediction. Everybody give me your we'll start with Bree. Just give me your top 3, and your bottom 3. Once the regular season ends, who do you expect to be top 3, and who do you expect to be bottom 3 out of the West?
Okay, top 3. I got OKC, Dallas Mavericks, and I'm gonna say Clippers.
Interesting. Okay.
Yep.
Dom.
And then for
go ahead.
bottom 3, I'm gonna say just out the West, bottom 3. At the very bottom, the Jazz, and then the second bottom is the Suns, and then the third bottom, I got I'm gonna go with the Blazers.
So you don't think the combo of Jalen Green, Devin Booker,
Dylan Brooks,
and Dylan Brooks can get them in the play-in at all?
No.
You got them bottom 3? Sheesh. Okay.
That's a combo from Popeyes with 2 biscuits and no bev.
All right. Jay, bottom 3, top 3.
Top 3, OKC, Dallas, Houston.
Bottom 3.
Portland again, and Utah.
Hey, y'all showing a lot of love to Dallas without Kyrie, and I love it. I want to see it.
So my assumption, like, it ain't even really. I think they hold water or whatever to Kyrie gets back, but then when Kyrie gets back and then D'Lo moves to the bench, that second 5 is about to be stupid. You got to think about that. You got to think about Kyrie may be going to, let's say, Christmas.
J Kidd, he better coach his buns off this season, man. He ain't got to worry about that Luka problem.
All he got to do is show up. He ain't got to look.
He better coach his tailbone off this year, boy.
Clay over there eating see some catfish and spaghetti.
Yeah, because he couldn't coach with Luka. Hey, I got a soundbite for y'all. They give y'all some insight on how coaches think when they got Luka or LeBron, and JJ got both of them. It's gonna blow your mind when he said what he said. But it's basically what I was saying about J Kidd. They're handcuffed. Like, when you get that player, it don't matter what your philosophy is and what offense you want to run. You're handcuffed to that offense that they strive in. I'm gonna play for it. I'm gonna prove it to you. Dom, who you got top 3, bottom 3? You want me to pull it up?
I have for my top 3. I think I have OKC. They've been the number 1 seed, I think, the last 2 or 3 seasons in a row. So I have number 1. Number 2, I'm gonna roll with. Number 2, I'm gonna roll with the Lakers. Number 3, Denver.
Woo!
Bottom 3.
Somebody got an echo.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Test. Is it me? Let me turn mine off.
I think it might be. It might be Bree.
It's not me.
Test.
So.
Test.
It's Mel.
No, it's not Mel.
I don't know who it is.
It wasn't me.
Hold on. Bree, say something again.
Testing.
The person without the echo is the one causing the echo.
I don't even hear echo anymore. I heard it before. It's not me.
My bottom.
I think it's me, because when I muted my mic, it went away.
No, it was still echoing when you was muted.
Okay, it's gone now. All right, go ahead, Don.
My bottom 3, I'm gonna roll with. Can you put it back up just one more time for me?
Yes, of course, ma'am.
There's no Portland down there. Just know that.
So bottom 3, I have Sacramento, Portland for sure, and Utah.
I think Sacramento's gonna be trash.
I think Phoenix Suns will make the play-in at least. I think that they're going to surprise us a little bit because sometimes addition by subtraction really works for teams. So
Yeah.
it's not always all about the firepower, you know? I think Minnesota is going to do better this season. This will be Julius Randle's second season playing alongside.
Ooh.
So
I
I think
almost put Minnesota in my top 3 down for real.
I think what I think is going to happen is Denver is going to land at 3. Lakers might land around 6, and they'll face each other in the first round, and Lakers will be at first round knockout again. That's what I'm hoping will happen. But in order for them to avoid that, Lakers will have to be a number 2 seed.
I would be more inclined to put the Wolves number 3 if Anthony Edwards was a better leader for his team, and they stopped selling Naz Reid short and stopped giving Julius Randle so much stock. It's about time for him to get up out of there. He looked really old. I know he's not. He's not that old actually, but he's exhausting. He's tiring. I
think the issue with Julius Randle is his mass. You know, he's so big, and I think that the way that he plays is not. It's not as common anymore. So it looks old, I think, to people on the floor. And I think they give him the ball a lot because he can power his way through the paint. I mean, he was did you see the way he was defending LeBron? LeBron was getting visibly frustrated. He could not bully Julius Randle in the paint. It was really nice to see that. But Chris Finch, I think we have to talk about that. And it's not always about the coach. I don't want to sit there and blame him, but I don't think his coaching is up to the level of where the talent is on that team. They have a lot of firepower on Minnesota.
A lot of talent. Yeah.
They're not being coached properly. Naz Reid is not being put in the game at moments where he should be at the game. He's not the plays are not. I don't see any plays being drawn up for a particular player to get the ball at certain times. He's just not. I just don't think he's a good coach down the stretch. I've seen way too many moments of him getting out coached.
I agree. They rely too heavily on Anthony Edwards to just take the ball and make something happen. And he's selling Naz Reid short with his playmaking abilities. And then obviously Dante's going to get his shot off and stuff like that. But
shout out to
they lost Alexander. Jaden McDaniels is probably going to have an even better season this year. And I just feel like you hit the head, you hit the head right on it. Like they will be a better team if they got coached better and if Anthony Edwards was a better leader.
Anthony Edwards, man, he cannot just to piggyback off of that a little bit, sometimes he just looks like he's playing and there's no space in between his eyes or something. Like it's like he's given a blank stare on the court. Sometimes I feel like he's suffering from attention deficit. Like he's not paying attention in moments. It's weird.
Well, you know, this summer he had a long talk with Michael Jordan about where to find his shot at, what spots to perfect. And I think he's going to be utilizing the mid-range a little bit more, especially after he's seen how SGA destroyed them utilizing the mid-range. I think he changed his thought process because remember last summer it was all about I want to get more threes up, which he did get more threes up. And he's seen that didn't work for him in the playoffs, and he's seen what worked for SGA. And now he wants to perfect his mid-range game, which is what we were saying all playoffs. Like, was we doing post games in the playoffs last season? Oh, yeah. Me and you was doing it.
Yeah.
And we kept saying, like, dude, you have to stop selling it for the threes, the playoffs. Like, get to your spots in the mid-range. And I think that he's gonna put emphasis on that this season. And I'm ready to see that. I want to see it.
Yeah, and if you can draw as much attention as you can on offense, you need to get to the line too. That's what also makes SGA great. You don't think he gets those 30-plus games just off pure mid-range. A lot of it comes from the line. And, that's being celebrated more often if a player has that ability to do that. It would just elevate Ant-Man.
Y'all think with SGA in the West, Anthony Edwards in the West, Luka, Wemby, Kyrie, Anthony Davis, those guys in the West, do you think what we was projecting was going to happen 2 years ago with Zion and Ja Morant, that ship has sailed? Do you think there's any room for them to rise up and be talked about as much as they used to be, or we thought we was going to talk about them?
They don't have to go take you.
I think Ja Morant's going to have to become a Kyrie to someone on a team. I think that he's going to have to be somebody's number 2 in order for him to I think make it to the finals or win a title at some point in his career. I don't think Ja Morant can lead a team, and I think he's just been cooked ever since the gun stuff.
Yeah, he's hurt right now too.
Again?
He's not even going to start. Yes, he's not even going to start in the first game. I don't think he's going to play in the first game. He has an ankle injury right now.
I think he's going to get jumper too. Like the way that he jumps and dunks the ball, it reminds me of Derrick Rose. And, I just see him having an injury prone career. Sometimes people say, oh, I don't trust this person. He's somebody I just don't trust in the playoffs.
Mm.
And even
he gonna mess around and get traded because they done already gave the bag to Jaren Jackson Jr. Cash out from Brand 117 again. I hope Anthony Edwards works on his game in the offseason. All right, let's do the top three, bottom and top three for Chris in the West, man. Before we move on,
top three, I got OKC, Clippers, Houston in that order. Bottom three,
OKC, Houston, Clippers. Okay, all right.
No, I said OKC, Clippers, Houston.
Clippers, Houston. Okay.
And then bottom three, you can kind of really put them in any order: Jazz, Blazers, and Kings. I don't think the Grizz will be too far up from the bottom either. They'll be I don't trust them.
That's interesting.
Because Scottie Pippen Jr. about to have a crazy season, by the way.
Yeah, he might.
It's his third or fourth year pro.
Ja Morant would not get another contract extension with the Grizzlies, and he might be trade bait at the deadline.
The future of the franchise.
LaMelo Ball might be trade bait too.
LaMelo Ball.
I mean, they
seasons.
It looked like they going in the direction of Jaren Jackson Jr. as their franchise,
which I'm not mad at. But also, free LaMelo, get him out of Charlotte, please.
I like Charlotte this year. That's actually where Spencer Dinwiddie went, by the way. He's with Charlotte. So is Colin Sexton from the Jazz. They got rid of Nurkic. Any team that gets rid of Nurkic has already elevated themselves.
All that you just said moves the needle just as much as all five of us joining the Hornets.
Well, that's East Coast team though. They're definitely gonna be at the bottom.
Yeah. We'll do that next Friday. Swat, thanks for the $20 cash app at work. $19.99 cash app at work. Stop by to show some love. Salute Demel, Chris, J, Dom, and Bree. Thank you, bro. Salute to you too. All right.
Wow, I don't know why cash app is on your brain.
Heavy.
I said cash app again.
Every time.
I'm tripping, man. I'm off my rocker. Let's pivot, y'all, to WNBA, man. Last night.
Let's go.
Shout out to Dominique, Bree, Kaja. We praying for you and your family. You know why. Shout out to Angela as well, because we have a WNBA panel. We usually don't do WNBA on Full Panel Friday, but they didn't go live last night, so we'll cover a little bit of this tonight. But every post game, well, after the game, especially for the playoffs post game, and we'll figure out what the schedule will be in the off season or next season with this panel, because I want to keep seeing this panel. So y'all make sure y'all stop by and show them some love. We don't have a schedule for it because we're doing it post game. So if you wanna come in and tune in after the game, please do that. These ladies is putting out some really good content around the WNBA. I enjoy it. Right, but nonetheless, the game last night was crazy, and Vegas looked like they was in control. Now, I wouldn't say from start to finish. Phoenix punched first, and then the Vegas went on this crazy run. Jewel Lloyd hit like 4 threes in the first quarter. It was just insane, right? And then Asia did her thing, and they had the game won, but somehow they let it slip, and it came down to Asia hitting the game winner like freaking Jordan, right? And it was crazy. But here's my question. Asia Wilson, I think she won in South Carolina. I don't know if she won 1 or 2 championships in South Carolina. 2 in South Carolina. She's got 2 gold medals that she led, right? She's already got 3 rings with Vegas in the WNBA. She's already got, 4 MVPs?
2 with 2 or 3. Pending. She got 2 rings. 2 rings with pending.
2 rings with a third pending. No, she got 3. She had a 2-peat and then a season off and then a 1-off, I think.
No.
She got 2.
She had the
this would
repeat,
be her
and that was
third.
it.
Yeah.
Just to repeat. Okay, so this will be her 3rd. So going on 3 rings, 2 gold medals, 2 championships in college, 4 MVPs,
4
a couple of
MVPs.
defensive players.
3 defensive
It's
players of the
insane.
years, rookie of the year.
Fastest player
This-
ever to get 5,000 points. Youngest
mean,
player
it's-
ever
it's-
to go to 2,000 points.
And this is only her 8th season.
Only her 8th season, and just made history last night as the first basketball player to ever hit a game winner in the finals over a married couple. So, with all that being said, is it time to have the GOAT debate starting with Asia Wilson, or is it somebody else?
I'm sold on Asia. I like Asia for it. I know the names that come up in the conversation, you know, but accolades are a big part of it, right? And to do what she's done in such a short period of time, and it's not even a question about it, you know, like it's there's no well, was she the best this year, or did she deserve it this year? No, she went and got it every year that she got whatever she got. On top of the fact that we see the game that she has, she passes the eye test with flying colors. I just think that she's head and shoulders above everybody else in the W. And I think that as far as when you mention the greats of the game, you can't mention the greats and not mention Asia in the same sentence. And I feel like she's in the conversation. If she goes ahead and completes this 3rd ring, it's hers.
Hands down. And ain't no debate.
100%.
So Cheryl Swoop, Cynthia Cooper, Maya Moore, Cheryl Miller, Lisa Leslie, Candace Parker, Dinah Taurasi. Those are the names I be hearing.
All walks. So
did I miss any? Did I miss any? Who got somebody different? What's I mean, like, cause before Asia, I was saying Cheryl. I was saying 3 names. I was saying Cheryl, I was saying Cynthia, and I was saying Diana.
Those were the 3 names I was saying. I was saying Maya Moore.
I was saying Maya Moore. She's my all-time favorite.
I didn't say Maya. What I say?
Player ever.
You said Taurasi. I think you said Swoops and
no. I said Cheryl Miller, Cooper. I meant to say Maya Moore. Cheryl Miller, Cooper, Maya Moore, and Diana. Those 4 names.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought it was Lisa. I never thought it was Swoops. I never thought it was Tina Thompson. I never thought it.
Fun fact: Tina Thompson was the first player ever drafted into the league. By the way,
she was. I seen that on your. I got that wrong on your trivia on your community tab.
Yeah.
Was that you put it? That was you that put it on your community tab?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it wrong.
Who'd you pick?
Whoever the 3rd one down was. I can't remember.
I don't know.
It might have been Lisa Leslie. No, it might Lobo. I picked Lobo.
It was Lobo. Rebecca Lobo. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Mel was said Sinai Lathan.
It wasn't Sanaa. It wasn't Sanaa.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I want her to stop tricking us and being ugly one minute and then being 100% gorgeous the next minute, man. She switch up.
That is really egregious of you to say.
Oh, my bad. Oh, she fine though, but sometimes she just don't be giving.
Is it that movie where she cut all her hair off?
It might have been, man.
Maybe,
crazy of you to say.
Yeah. I might have seen a picture when she was auditioning for Set It Off too. She was playing Cleo.
Sanaa been that.
Anyway.
Especially when in that movie, that Tyler Perry movie, A Family That Prays, when she got smacked across that.
We are talking about that was a really good scene. We are talking about the greatest women to touch the basketball court that changed the game. Now, as far as Asia Wilson, she's playing in a space where the physicality is at its all-time high.
You think it's at its all-time high now?
And the talent in the W.
Mel, chill.
According to Kathy Engelbert and all the rest of the players, the physicality is insane.
You think it's more physical? Did you see what they did?
The Family That Prays was insane too.
Look, I
My fault, y'all.
Y'all never gonna be on our WNBA panel, by the way. You're not.
Them shits won. My bad. Them intrusive thoughts won. I apologize.
Dom Cook.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dom.
So, I mean, I have no issue with people saying that A'ja Wilson is the GOAT. Zero. I love her play. I think she's by a wide margin the best player that we're looking at today. And I just think it's really unfair to crown her the GOAT while she's still playing 8 years into her career. I think it's disrespectful to what she's going to accomplish in the future, saying she's the GOAT already. I mean, it's okay. It's just that there are other women to look at. And so, Mel, your question was, are we starting the conversation with A'ja Wilson? Like, is she the GOAT, like undisputed, and then it's everyone else after her that we're like, are we talking about, like, is she in the conversation?
I mean, give it to me how you want to give it to me.
I just think that it's great for us to talk about. So if I'm applying my same criteria to the women's sport, I think A'ja Wilson qualifies to be the GOAT for the WNBA. I think she qualifies and she meets the criteria. She's got a signature shoe. She's moving the sport forward. You know, she is actually one of the greatest players that we're looking at. She passes the eye test. But, you know, Chris, I have to push back just a little bit, because when I talk about players that I've seen, I mean, Cheryl Swoops was sensational on the court.
She was.
Her play, I mean, she was just absolutely sensational. When I watched her play, I had a more, I would say, emotional feeling than I do when I watch A'ja Wilson play. Not to say that she's not fantastic, not to say she's not the best player in the world. We're just talking about greatest of all time. Then when I even take a look at Cynthia Cooper and what she was able to do on the court, it's hard for me. I don't have a GOAT. I don't think the GOAT exists in a team sport. And when you take a look at how can we really compare A'ja Wilson, she came into the WNBA and her career started when she was 22 years old. Cynthia Cooper and Cheryl Swoops started when they were like 35. It's just not fair. And that team still went on to win 4 straight titles. So Cheryl Swoops won 4 straight titles. And I just think that that's incredible. And yes, the competition was different, but the physicality, I think, was greater when Candace Parker was playing. That was probably the greatest level of physicality. So the competition is different throughout the eras. And even when you take a look at Cheryl Miller, I wouldn't call her the GOAT either, even though amongst like female athletes and players, they'll crown her that. They'll say, hey, she was the greatest athlete in women's sports. She was the greatest female basketball player I've ever seen. But the same reason why I wouldn't call her the GOAT is the same reason why I wouldn't call Wilt Chamberlain the GOAT. She's, to me, the Wilt Chamberlain for women. A'ja Wilson, she's got to be in the conversation. Look at everything she's done. She's accomplished more than Candace Parker. She's accomplished more than Maya Moore. Just total body of resume. She's a signature. She has her own signature shoe. What else? They haven't changed any rules for her, but she's influencing the league. I mean, nobody can guard her. There's no answer for A'ja Wilson. So she's in the GOAT discussion if I have to have it, just like we have to have it in the NBA.
Who without the achievements, who's the best player you ever watched? And you know what, this is hard. I think this kind of narrows it down, because I never watched Cheryl Miller. Like I read about her, I heard people talk about her. Like I seen Cynthia Cooper, and then I seen how good she was, and then I heard her say, I can't even hold a candle to Cheryl Miller. So I got to take stuff like that into account.
It's because she was the greatest athlete. When you heard like Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain, when they would do interviews together, I mean, they were so complimentary of each other. Wilt would say that Bill was the GOAT because, he had the 11 rings. Bill would say that it was Wilt because he was the greatest athlete, greatest specimen. Like he was the fastest person in all of sports. He was running a 4.4 for what, the 40-meter dash or something like that.
Yeah, he was a deer.
He would give his opponents a head start on the floor and still outrun them on the court. So that's who Cheryl Swoops was to women. She was just so
physically. Miller.
I'm sorry, Cheryl Miller. Cheryl Miller was just so physically gifted. So, she just never had a WNBA career. I'm not going to hold that against her per se, but for me, the greatest women's basketball player I ever saw was Cynthia Cooper. with as
That's the-
play.
yeah,
play.
and that's what I used to always say.
Well,
I used
mean,
to always say that.
it's true. I mean, Cheryl Miller, she didn't have the handle of Cynthia Cooper. When you talk about just like running the floor and stuff like that, like she didn't have what Cynthia Cooper had. She didn't have this style and charisma and swag. But she was a stud. She was a stud on the court.
Yeah,
and I'm not trying to be. I don't mean that kind of stud, but she was a stud as far as athletes go. She was that.
So who's the best person you ever seen play and be like, man, I've never seen a girl that good. I've never seen a player that have so less flaws. Because for me, the only flawless player in the league now is Asia and probably Nafisa. It's probably two flawless players. And I think once Paige learns the game at a pro level, I think she will be a flawless player. And I'm talking about on both ends of the floor. Right. So I think it's only potentially 3 flawless players in the league today until Juju gets there. Right. Before then, I'm going to take
the piece of Collier out of flawless.
Why?
I have to because I believed her to be a player that gets exposed in certain formats of play. Whereas Asia Wilson there's never an exposure for her. 0.
Okay, so then that means that Asia's the only flawless player in the league. And now I'm comparing it to Cynthia, even though she was the best in the league to me back then, she wasn't flawless. They used to give her the jump shot sometime, and she started knocking them down. She got better with it, but I don't know if Asia got no flaws, dog, on both ends of the floor. And Cynthia wasn't no defensive player of the year type player. So on both ends, it's looking like Asia might be the best player I ever seen on the women's side. I mean, that's what it's looking like right now. And it's hard for me to admit that because I love Cynthia.
I just got to see what she looks like at 35.
I think people could make a case for Maya Moore and how her career was cut short, you know, with the tragic circumstances of her just stop playing. And even I think Diana Taurasi's impact to the game is understated.
She got flaws though. She can't defend like that.
I think she's overrated.
Nah, that girl could play. Offensively, she definitely was a monster.
When she was locked in her prime, boy, she Taurasi was hell, dog.
Look, the fan bun that she had was helping those shots go in. Overrated. She was cheating the game with that nasty slick back fan bun. Sorry.
I think to like what Dom said, I think it is still kind of early, you know, to just go ahead and say Asia's the GOAT. But the door is definitely open. And I think that she has plenty of game left in her. So to see what could possibly still be coming with Asia's, you know, career with what she already has done, I think that when it's all said and done, when it's all over, when she finally decides to hang it up, she has the chance to undoubtedly clear the conversation and be the GOAT. Because I get what you guys are saying about, you know, the actual game and how these ladies played and how they were on the court, which is a part of it as well. That's 50% of it. But again, I think also what you accomplish is the other half of it as well. So, you know, I think that's where Asia is beating a lot of these other women, no matter how good they were on the court. You know, Asia is great on the court. She's the best in the world right now. Like Mel said, I don't think she has any flaws right now. And she also has the accomplishments to match. So I think if she continues on this pace, when it's all said and done, she can clear the room and she can be like, okay, the conversation is me at the top, and then y'all are figuring out who's number 2 behind me.
Wait, so what's going to do that for just ring? I think only rings and maybe those MVPs and Defensive Player of the Year awards. I don't think her points, how many points she scores, is really good. I mean, what are you saying that you know she's adding on to it that's gonna make it obvious? Is it just rings?
The rings, MVPs, she gets more defensive player of the years, all team selections, of course, that stuff matters. I think as far as like the game itself, is somewhat of a measuring stick, but it doesn't tell the whole story, right? Because if you look at her career averages, she's just only averaging like I think it was like 24 points or something around there in her career, something like that.
I don't know if it's that high.
Maybe like 22, 20. It's some. I looked it up earlier. It's somewhere. It's not like MJ's 30.1 for his career or anything like that. So like I don't think you can just solely base it off the numbers, which is why you got to take how she plays the game and what she does on the court with like what you see in effect as well. There's nobody who can do anything with her on the court. She owns the court.
I just want to know what's the foundation of the argument for people, because it's so many, like when you look at all the names, it's so many different. It's very hard to compare because Cheryl Miller never played in the WNBA, so you don't have stats for her, right? And she played in the era where we don't have a lot of footage to watch her full game, so we don't have game footage. We got highlights and we got hearsay. So, but she's so good. Based on what people are saying, she has to be in a conversation, but it's hard to compare her to people. Then you got Cynthia Cooper, who only played about 4 years in the WNBA, maybe 5, I don't know, in the WNBA. Then you got Maya Moore, who only played 8 years in the WNBA. And then here it is, Asia in her 8th season, who's probably going to play, I don't know, maybe 6 more seasons, right? So the conversation is very weird. So I think the foundation of the conversation has got to be from the eye test, who's the best player, who's the most flawed or the least flawed player, who's the most complete player on both ends. Start there, and then you got to uniquely build the case. It's very different from the NBA because the league is so young.
I think for me, with what you just said there, that conversation would kind of just start for me with Maya and Asia. I think that's probably the closest for me comparison as far as when it comes to who has the most complete game for your foundation of the GOAT conversation.
Don, how would you reconcile all those differences with those names? Because it's hard to compare, right? Like they so different and unique.
It is a tricky situation.
That's why I don't have a GOAT for the WNBA, because all of the eras are so different. To me, there's only really like 3 eras in the W. The first era was, them trying to get on, showing everybody what they can do, just sort of showcasing the talent that women have. And then the second era was where we saw malice in the palace. You know what I'm saying? The second era was when the Detroit Shock were winning, and we saw, I think the Sacramento Monarchs won a title. Like, we were seeing, it was very difficult during that era for teams to repeat. We saw Candace Parker win a title with every team that she played, Chicago, Aces, LA. It's just I'm not going to say what they were playing for was different. The eras were different. And I don't think that they're comparable. Maya Moore, she's disqualified from the GOAT conversation. She just doesn't, to me, there's just not enough of a sample size. When you take a look at even how she looks now, how would she have been able to sustain that level of play that she had? I don't know. I think she would have been. I think she is an all-time great, even with the short.
I mean, she played 8 years and won 4 rings, so that's significant. I guess.
But they never repeated. So that's a dynasty. They're still dominant and winning, but Asia Wilson has a repeat, which we have not seen in the WNBA in a long time. She has some of those Jordan-like things as the reason why we call she's got Jordan intangibles for sure when you just take a look at how she played. And I'm talking about Asia Wilson. She has a signature shoe that we can remember. We're going to remember that shoe. We're going to remember Bam Adebayo, flashing that pink shoe, just everybody supporting that, the A1s. I feel like we're going to remember that. And she's just was around for one of the most important moments in the WNBA. The CBA negotiation is going to be huge for their league. So there's just a lot of pivotal moments that she's been part of, and then her accomplishments. I mean, the resume is just so incredible, and she's only in her 8th season. So most people finish their career with 4 rings. she might not ever win a title, right? And so are we another one. Let's say she wins this title, she's got 3. What if she never wins another one and she plays for 20 years like Taurasi? Are we going to be?
That's a good question. I don't know if that's likely to happen the way she take care of herself and how they move in teams in the NBA, in the WNBA. She liable to hop on another squad that's kind of ready and made, and she's still the best player and the most dominant player in the league. So
I'm certain.
Man,
I'm just saying,
she might get 6, dog. She might get 6.
She might. And I mean, look at LeBron. He's playing 20 plus years, and we've all said the longer he plays, it doesn't necessarily help him. So I like to call people to go or figure out where they stand amongst all-time players when their career is over. That's what I think is fair to them and fair to the history of the sport.
Fair. And shout out to you, Dom, for dropping that Detroit Shock nugget, man. Shout out to the Shock and
And
shout
do you know
out
who
to
that coach was, Chris?
I don't, but I do remember I had
Rick Mahorn.
Yeah.
What? And I remember I had the meanest crush on Swin Cash. That was my baby. I had
Angel McCarthy was my crush.
I drank crushed soda, orange and grape.
Yeah, she was definitely my crush, man.
Swin Cash, man. Shout out to the Shock, man. And we coming back. I don't know if they're gonna name them the Shock, but they are bringing the team back to Detroit. So
they won 2 titles under Bill Laimbeer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
shout out to Bill Laimbeer.
And that was one of the most physical times in the sport. And that pretty certain that Candace Parker's her version of Malice in the Palace that happened against the Detroit. That's why they call it their version of Malice in the Palace, I believe, right? Wasn't it against Shock?
Yeah, Shock in LA. Yep.
They had the Shock had Karl Malone daughter too, right?
Yeah, Ford. Yeah. Cheryl Ford. So here's the uniqueness about that Malice in the Palace, right? Rick Mahorn and Bill Laimbeer were Detroit Piston bad boys coaching the Detroit Shock, who also hated the Lakers, who was coached by Michael Cooper, who was a Showtime Laker, coaching the LA Sparks, and they got in a feud. Cheryl Ford, Karl Malone's daughter, was on the floor. I think she tore her ACL in the fight. And it was all over bullying Cannon Parker was getting worse treatment than what they say the rookies are getting now, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. Like, imagine she came in, that's all they was talking about. She was supposed to be the female that was supposed to dunk every game, and she won a dunk contest in high school. She had won championships at Tennessee. That's all people talked about. She was pretty, and she just took the lead by storm. Won MVP as a rookie. Like, they hated that girl. They was fighting that girl every 5 seconds, man. And it blew up. It blew up in Detroit, and that was the fallout from it. So all of that was cool. That was the league.
Shout out to Detroit, man, holding it down. We don't let nobody come in there and play with us, man. What are you talking about?
All right, last topic, y'all. Kobe Bryant. I thought this was kind of funny because JJ Redick, this wasn't his media day. This was a couple of weeks ago. I think he was getting interviews somewhere at UCLA, some event they had at UCLA, and he took interviews, and they asked him what he learned his first year as a coach. And man, y'all gotta hear what he said.
I think the biggest thing for me is just having the ability to properly turn it on and off, and also recognizing. And I've always recognized this. Like, not everybody is wired like Kobe. I'm not saying I'm wired like Kobe, but not everybody's like wired like Tom Brady or Kobe, or you got to kind of meet guys where they are, and that doesn't change the standard or expectation for them, but having a little bit of empathy on that.
What you learned your first year as a head coach, you got to have empathy for players and meet them where they are, because not everyone is wired like Kobe Bryant. That's a unique thing to say. And what do you think he's implying? And do you think that's implying something for the other guys, not named Luka or LeBron, or you think that's something for Luka and LeBron?
I think it's something for Luka and LeBron. I think that there's been a lot of narratives about Kobe over the last several months and in the off season. And I think that this is sort of like a way to not get Kobe fans off of his back, maybe off of like to create some sort of calming of those waters potentially. And I also think that I think who it matters for is for Luka and LeBron. That's what I think. But I do think that if he were asked to specify who he was talking about, that he would say it's just for anybody. It's a generalization that he was making about the team. But the fact is that like, we're not going to be comparing Kobe Bryant to DeAndre Ayton. We're not going to be comparing him to Bronny James. We are comparing his mentality, his work ethic to the likes of LeBron James, to Luka Doncic. So it doesn't really even matter what JJ thought. But I just thought it was funny that he said that you need to be able to meet people where they're at, even though there's still a standard. So it was almost like a double-edged sword that he's saying. Like, oh, I'm going to meet these people where they at. They don't want to work out. Well, I'm going to try to figure out, to me, like, you either meet the standard or you don't. This is the standard that you're working to. And if you can't, if I can't have the best team, then I don't want you on my team. And
do you think he came into the organization thinking something different and then realizing, they ain't built like Kobe? Do you think he thought Luka and LeBron was built like that at first, and then he found out they wasn't? Like that's a unique thing to say. I mean, that's a weird thing to say when you're asked what you learned about your first year.
No, I think it was this.
I don't think, but also Mel, I don't even think that he knows what Kobe is like. He
got smoked, but he played against him and got smoked.
But what I'm saying is, like, what has he even done? He's only gone to the finals one time in his career and got swept by Kobe Bryant, right? But it's just like not everybody has the mentality of Kobe, like, and he's saying, and I don't. So how are you going to meet people where they're at if you don't even know how to coach to that mentality? Because you don't have it. You don't have it. You never did. You just said, I'm not saying I'm wired like Kobe. Well, we know you're not. So how do you haven't done anything. You haven't accomplished anything. You haven't even played alongside anybody that's accomplished anything. He's only played with serial losers. So how do you know how to I guess he knows how to meet serial losers where they're at. And that's why they're going to continue to be a first round knockout.
I think he took this job, man, really thinking that he could evoke change. And he got there and found out day one that your door says head coach, but this ain't your team. And then mid-season, there was a trade, and they was like, well, you're further down the totem pole, JJ. This wasn't your team, and it damn sure ain't your team now. We're gonna listen to the guy that's balding, and then we're gonna listen to the fat guy, and then we'll come to you and tell you what we're gonna do. And it's a culture shock, man. I don't think he thought that going into a head coaching job, it would be this. So I think that he's like, well, that whole statement was kind of, I would say almost dog whistle to, hey, I got to work with what I'm given because I don't really have any power.
Dang, Jay, really?
Man, I tell you what, you got league pass and stuff like that. So a lot of times during the commercial, they don't go to commercial. Just watch him during the huddle. That motherfucker call up a play. They look over to some balding guy, and he's like, fuck that. This is the play.
But you know what, though? I don't think he came there to evoke change. Jay, I think that he's there to be the coach's version of a Kai Cenat. He had a podcast. They gave him a 4-year extension in this offseason for absolutely no reason. And the answer for it when they were asked, so he gets knocked out in the first round. He already had a 4-year deal. So he was signed on to the Lakers for a 4-year deal. He's signed with the Lakers right now for 8 total seasons. And the Lakers refused to commit to Darvin Ham, who took them to the Western Conference Finals in their first season. So what they're committed to, or the change that he's trying to evoke, is just them getting back to not being about their results, them being about who looks like them, who they like, who they want to put in cushy roles and jobs. Like they at one point had Kurt Rambis as the coach. I mean, Luke Walton as the coach.
But what we know about JJ Redick is he no ball. You know what I'm saying? JJ Redick had a really. He was coached by the greatest of all time.
Girl, no.
He was coached by the greatest of all time, the absolute best coach that ever walked God's planet. He was coached by, so he knows basketball in and out.
Jay, can you start laughing now?
No, I'm serious. There's no way that you are Coach K's teacher's pet and you don't learn basketball.
Okay, that might very well be true. Let's just roll with that, right? But he still was signed on to an additional 4 years where Darvin Ham could not even make it out of the second season. Hold on.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No, I'm just saying he accomplished more, right? So you said why, why is he there? He thought that he was going to evoke change in the first season. I mean, he is there to evoke change. You're right, but not within the team. It's just it's a culture wave in the league. They want to have younger coaches. No, listen, they want younger coaches. So the Lakers, they're leading the charge in having, the young social media like coach, the influencer coach. That's what JJ Redick is. He's an influencer coach.
And
He's
again,
not there to win and accomplish anything.
So imagine him finding that out once his foot is in the door. He came to coach basketball. He wants to, but you ain't gonna turn it down.
You think he really believed that though? He was a coach like fourth graders.
Absolutely, but the man knows basketball at a high level. So that's what he
could have. The only reason why I'm pushing back, Jay, and a little hard is because he came out and said they had a press conference over his extension. Rob Pelinka talked all about why he was supporting him. Hey, we're standing by JJ Redick. Doesn't matter if he has failures or not. He's our guy. And JJ Redick responded with, hey, he basically said, and he didn't exactly say this, but hey, I know that I don't really deserve it. As a first-year coach, I was offered this extension. This is not lost on me. He actually, for a moment, had a brief moment of humility for whatever that looks like.
Why did they give him the extension?
They like him
because he played ball. He did. He put his
Darvin Ham played ball. Darvin Ham played ball and actually coached a team that won a title. What do you mean? No, Darvin
Ham said winning is more important than this shit y'all want me to do. And they said you won't win here, and sent them out the door. JJ Redick said, "What else you want me to do?" All right, I can do that.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
And they rewarded good boy. They rewarded him with 4 more years.
I mean, he is doing the extra stuff, man. He looks the part. He continues to lie about Bronny.
But no one's gonna. And Mel, you know this, and you know how I've studied JJ Redick's career since high school. The man really knows basketball, but again, he's not bigger than doing the job for the bread. He's not bigger than that.
Yeah, he would the fuck games, man.
Yeah, he went the program. He definitely went the program. Yeah. What else y'all want me to do? Go out there and say, well, hell, call them idiots. Oh, well, y'all idiots. What else, guys? That was easy. I didn't even break a sweat.
Yeah, he definitely playing the game. I don't think Darvin Ham wanted to play, man.
Darvin Ham wanted to coach basketball.
I need that spot for a player, man. We're not drafting Bronny, man. No, I'm not making the season about the father-son Ken Griffey 2.0. No, we're not doing that, man. Yeah, but yeah, JJ. Yeah,
JJ told me my eyes was aligned. He told me Bronny was an excellent player. I was like, damn.
He's still telling you that too.
I must have missed something. I know what excellent looks like. He didn't even say good. He said excellent.
I give him excellent just for the heck of it. I mean, since we throwing words around, why not? I mean, it ain't gonna hurt me none. He's excellent. Dude, I give it to him.
Superfluous.
Their big offseason pickup was Ayton, bro. This team ain't serious about shit.
All right. Jay, Mel, Chris, I do have one question. What standard do you think that JJ Redick was saying that there is?
Well,
it's the tone at the top, and JJ Redick ain't the top.
Well, listening to the interview, he talked about standard of fitness, and he was talking about everybody needs to be in championship shape. He said that at the exit interview. He said it again at the media day. And
something happened because they gave Luka Ozempic over the offseason, and he came back looking all right.
Yeah.
And since we've been here, they calling it 2 to 3 weeks that Bron about to be out.
I heard 4 weeks.
I just looked it up. It might have
2 to
been
3 for
3 to 4.
sciatica.
It might have been 3 to 4.
Yeah,
but I just looked it up because the Eagles about to blow another one. Yeah, 3 to 4 weeks. My bad. I'm sorry.
Well, but Dom, that question kind of segues to something else that JJ said, and this was at the media day. This wasn't at the same event he was at UCLA. This was at media day. They asked him about, the philosophy of the team, and this is what I was alluding to earlier in the show.
Digging a win with the LA Times, JJ, following up on what you said earlier about philosophy and methodology. What were kind of your takeaways of where you are as a coach early in your career in terms of those two things, philosophy and methodology?
Philosophy. I think it's just continued growth for how I want this team to play. And I want to be clear, that's not how I want to play. Like, a job as a coach is to figure out what is best for the group. And I think methodology, that was a lot in the self-assessment, and then a lot in talking with Sean McVay, spending some time with Tom Brady this summer. It was about figuring out what's the best way. How did Belichick do this? How does Sean do this? Obviously talked to a ton of NBA coaches, was fortunate to spend 2 days in Chicago a couple weeks ago, and picked a bunch of coaches' brains on some things. So again, it's really just about continued growth for myself, for my staff. And I feel like we all are in a good place to serve this basketball team and our players.
So it sounds like to me he's going to be submitting to Luka Ball, and his words was the way our philosophy is what's best for this group to play, not necessarily what I want to do.
He just told you. I don't have a say. I'm doing the job.
Did you catch that? Did you catch that part? Though?
That's exactly
he said not necessarily what I want to do. Did you hear it?
Yeah, I thought that. I just think he's doing word salad, like you like to say, Mel. He's trying to leave some room to get away with things.
Is that how you see it, Chris? Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. I thought you were done.
No, I just think he's trying to be able to deflect some responsibility from himself in moments. I mean, we beat him up really bad in the postseason for not putting in his bench, so I'm curious to see what's going to happen. I just think he's full of it, and we all know that what might be best for the team. Is it what's best for the team? Is it what's best for the organization, or is it what's best for Luka? He's going to do whatever Rob Pelinka tells him to do. Period.
Yeah, and I think that's Luka Ball. I think he realized, man, I'm trying to coach a certain way, and I don't think that's gonna be best for. And I hate that these coaches have these great philosophies on how they want to run a team on their offense, and then get a player like Luka, LeBron, and realize I can't do it with him based on what his skill set is or based on what his weaknesses are. I have to do it that one way that only works for them, and everyone else has to figure out how to fit around it. I hate that. And that's what Jason Kidd was doing. That's what Rick Carlisle was doing. That's why he left Dallas. And I think that's probably why Jason Kidd, even though he loved Luka, is probably happy that he get to do something else with other players because they fit what he want to do. But Chris, is that how you see it when he said it's not necessarily what I want to do, but what's best for the team? I never thought I ever hear Phil Jackson say, "Oh, well, the triangle offense is what I want to do, but these guys just can't learn it. So we just got to figure out what works for them." Like I can't imagine hearing that from no Popovich or Pat Riley or Phil Jackson. But go ahead, Chris. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, that tells you the kind of caliber coach he is. I feel like since JJ has come in to be the coach, he has said a lot of, questionable things that we would say, like, I don't think a coach should or would say that. And I mean, we all know, that any LeBron team and now any Luka team, now that you got both of them on the same team, the coach is just there to hold a position and hold a clipboard and look pretty, right? Obviously, it's those two guys that are calling the shots. But to actually come out and say, like, you still have to have JJ needs better media training, in my opinion. I think he still talks as if he's a player. And now that you're a coach, you got to understand, like, sometimes you just need to go in there and lie. Sometimes it's just probably the better option to lie, and say that things are coming together. Say that y'all are working on, whatever. But to say I don't really, it's not. I'm just whatever.
Well, that's not what he was saying. I think what he was saying is, they asked about the philosophy on the team, and more than likely it's the offense. And he basically said, yeah, our philosophy is gonna be geared around what's best for the team, not necessarily what I want to do. Right. And I think that's code for something. Like, what are you saying? Like, I've never heard a coach say what I want to do as a coach and what my philosophy is might have to adjust because of the personnel, and I can't do it because they can't do it. I got to do what's best for them.
I think he's secretly saying that the team is not built how he wants it to be built. The team is not built how he envisioned it to be.
Okay.
So he has to do what he has to do with what he has.
I don't know. And it's so funny because I always wonder, and I go to a place where him and Rob Pelinka actually set up LeBron James. I go to a place where JJ Redick was pegged as Rob Pelinka's guy, and they are like snaking LeBron out of here. That's an idea that I have. I don't know it to be true. I can't prove it, but that's what I've always thought. And so, and there's moments where I see him and he's talking and I'm like, wow, maybe he really didn't know he was going to get this team. He thought that he was going to be, just riding this thing out with LeBron, with him being the focus. And so I think that because of how LeBron plays Rob Pelinka, Jeannie Buss, the ownership, they just figured that if they brought over Luka, that he'd have no problem with riding off into the sunset with him because his play style is very similar. Obviously, LeBron James is more athletic, can jump, can dunk the ball, things of that nature. But play style is very similar. So it's just, think about JJ Redick, right? And think about Chris, something that you said is really important. Mel, something you said is really important. He said that not everybody's going to be like Kobe Bryant or Tom Brady. He's also talking about himself. He's not going to be like Bill Belichick. He's not going to be like Pat Riley. He can't be, because the way that the amount of money that these players make, the coaches are lesser than the players now versus the way that it used to be. You know what I mean? You only see a couple of coaches standing on business. That's Ime Udoka. Those players are on his program. There's a couple coaches where the players are on their program. Rick Carlisle, that team is on his program. Period. They just blew up the team. It's so much so his program. It's not about the players. So it's just kind of like, he's soft. He's a soft ass coach. Pat Riley would never. What he wanted
I don't
to
think no old school coach would. I mean, my philosophy is what I do. I mean, I like you can't come in and be like, hey, I specialize in the run and shoot offense in football, and be like, oh, but we can't run it because I ain't got the right personnel, and try to create something else. Hell no, give me the right personnel.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Like,
they want player coaches. That's what they want. The player coach is taking over.
Yeah. Jay, final thoughts.
You muted, Jay.
Jay, you muted.
You're muted.
You muted.
You muted on. There you go.
Yeah. Can you?
Yeah, you good now.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I said, let's let the season unfold and see what happens. I think, as I was saying earlier, he took the job, man, thinking it would be one thing, and then something else occurred. And while he's there, he may as well get rich and leave a legacy. But I think that, like, his mentor, his coaching mentors is telling him that if you can win doing something that you don't really believe in, like, that's the art of coaching. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I know for a fact he want to run a system that looks something like Curry running off screens and high screens and double screens and read screens, because that's how he got all his money. You know what I'm saying? That's how he played. That's how he would prefer to play. But LeBron too old to run off screens, and Luka loves to run off screens, but
not run off screens. He loves to have one set for him at the top of the key, but he ain't about to run off no screen. He ain't running off no screen off ball. No, he ain't doing that. But who knows?
He like to come around the screen.
Skinny Luka just might
move fast off screens, jog off screens. Put it like that.
Spiritedly walk off screens.
But I think, man, like I said, I think that the Lakers organization is almost at that Jerry Jones level of keep our name in the news and let's make money.
That's a dangerous place to be.
That works for Jerry Jones.
All right, y'all.
Yeah, that's it, man. Hey, make sure y'all get them likes up for us, man. On Sports Tees channel, on Breeze channel, No Bull Podcast, and definitely on Man Down Sports channel. Make sure y'all hit the like button if y'all been tuning in and haven't hit the like button. So do that really quick. Oh, not Jalen Hurts overthrowing a wide open receiver. Lord have mercy. On 3rd and 6 on the 10-yard line.
Shout out to the Eagles for just selling. I'm gonna text Britne personally and be like,
"Oh, they on Figueroa right now, dog.
Man, 32nd Street, 32nd Street."
I wish you could have seen this though. Breeze back, man. Hey, we just finished with this last talk, man. I wish you could have finished that Asia Wilson with us. It was a good one. But yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all do that on every channel. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and we'll see y'all post game after that sweep tomorrow, because I think Satu got a concussion, y'all. I don't think she's playing.
Yeah, she's gonna be out game 4.
Yeah, she definitely took a mean ass kneecap to the temple.
Woo. The referees got to put on a Mercury jersey tomorrow, dog. They got to.
Can you stop with the referee conspiracies, please?
That's not a conspiracy.
We'll stop when they stop.
It's their job.
But you said Mel said that watch the whistle gonna be in Phoenix favor.
I like to think that's how I sound.
And that did not happen.
I was wrong. No, I was wrong. That's called a prediction. That don't mean that they don't get instructions on how they're gonna call the game.
Right.
Right. He got exposed.
She got exposed. But let me ask you this. Let me say this, Bree and Dom, and I just say this and then I shut my mouth. We have to admit that the series before the finals, AT was able to beat the hell out of Nafisa Collier and everybody else on that team. Am I right or wrong?
No.
Okay, no. All right. So in my opinion, that was a very physical series, enough for everybody on the Lynx team to complain about it, right? Enough for Fee to get hurt and complain about it. But that was very physical. AT was able to impose her will defensively. In the Vegas series, the Fever, Boston was beating the hell out of Asia Wilson. That was a very physical series on both sides. Just for them to get in the finals and not let AT play physical against Asia Wilson. That's why she's frustrated. She's like, wait, I just seen you let Boston do this.
But here's the thing. When Nafisa went down, it was AT that was in her vicinity. I can understand if your conspiracies are right, how they wouldn't want AT to do the same thing to Asia. Not saying she did anything to Fee, but I'm saying, like, I don't even think they want to put Asia in that position to get.
I just don't think that,
because in the league, people will be pissed.
I don't think it's initiating that made Collier and now Alyssa Thomas serial losers. I don't think.
Hold on, but that's another thing. But I'm showing a difference in how they allow her to play defense. She played very physical the series before, and they won't let her play very physical now.
There was Asia
got played very physical against Boston, but they won't let AT be physical against Asia now. And that's why she's frustrated. She's like, what do you want me to do?
AT's not going to be physical like Aaliyah is. AT's not going to catch the ball in the paint and go at Asia the way
No, I'm talking about on defense. I'm talking about on defense. Look at the series how AT guarded Phoenix and Nafisa. It was very physical. Fee had to turn around multiple times and get in her face because she was really getting chippy with her. It was very physical.
Mel, you're right
about
that. You're right that there are series that are officiated differently from others, but there's also regular season games that are officiated differently. And so because of that, this is why Alyssa Thomas is exposed. You have to be able to adjust and pivot to the officiating. And we see it all the time. That's part of being a pro. And that's why she got exposed to me in the series, because without brute force, without being able to play rugby and literally dog walk these girls, she cannot win.
Yeah, I agree with that, but that's not where I'm putting my emphasis on. My emphasis on why did the officiating make the switch?
But
why let her get physical last series and then say this series, oh nope.
But look at how Asia plays against AT versus Natasha Mack versus Dewana Bonner. These are three people that seem to be changed out when it comes to guarding Asia.
But the first round,
I noticed Asia changes how she plays against who's guarding her. She's gonna be a little more physical with Natasha Mack in general because she knows at any level she can beat her. But I don't think Asia's putting herself in a position to even get physical with AT. We can't put it all on the refs.
I'm not putting anything on the refs. All I'm saying is they're calling it different from a physicality standpoint than they did the series before in both series. They are.
I just think that they're calling it. I think they're calling it a little bit better in the finals than they have in those other two series. Like that, to me, the officiating was like damn near criminal. So they got good officiating in this final series, and she can't win. That's what I see.
And she wouldn't be able to win if they would have got good officiating in Phoenix. So it just sucks that she has to. She didn't know they was gonna switch and all of a sudden start calling the game more fair. I love the way they officiating the games in this series. I didn't like the way they officiated in the Minnesota Lynx series, and it cost Nafisa a championship run. Right, it really did. But I really do think it sucks that they made a decision to call it physical in all 5 games in the series before, and then they're just calling it loose now. I just think that's crazy.
So I do think they do, damn if they don't, huh, Mel? Damn if they don't do good with the officiating, damn if they do start doing good.
It's a disparity.
There is a disparity. There's for sure a disparity, and I'm fine with agreeing to the disparity. But I just do think that this is not new, and this is something that you have to adjust to.
I know it's not new. I've been saying it for years. I'm not saying it's new. I'm just saying, hey, I see it. You changed it. I see you changed it.
Anytime we start even talking about a game for the WNBA, the first thing you say is the officiating. It's always an officiating comment.
And they're part of the game, right?
I don't even. We're talking about the LeBron energy. I don't want to hear it. I really don't.
Do the officials suit up every game? Do the officials suit up every game? Y'all want to talk about just the players? The officials playing the game as well.
I'm saying you lead with that every time. Like it's led with that.
I'm analytical. I observe things different than everybody else observes stuff. Just because you just observing the players don't mean I can't observe the refs.
But to me, the officials and like the refereeing of the game is just like if the Lakers go to Denver and they complain about the altitude. It's part of the game.
Yeah, like exactly. It can't just be a game. It has to have all these contingencies in it. In this particular series, they've done a really great job. I want to celebrate that and focus on something else.
I'm a little bit with you about the officiating, Bree, just because it's an uncontrollable for the players. Yeah. So I rather sit here and analyze what they can control versus instead of what they couldn't.
Right. So here's the thing, and I think y'all getting frustrated because y'all think I shouldn't bring it up, but we just had an entire segment before this on Asia Wilson, and I didn't mention the refs not once. It was all celebrating basketball and talking about how good it was. Well, I can have both conversations. I can have both conversations, but I'm never going to stop because it's part of the game. I know something that might be a blind spot for some people, but officiatings get how they emphasize certain things in the game gets changed from series to series, and I think that's an unfair thing. So I'm always going to mention it. I'm never not going to mention it.
I don't have a problem with you. I don't have a problem with you mentioning it. It's just where the officiating is for me. It's just like one of those factors, like the weather. It's just like another one of those factors, like it's an uncontrollable for the players. So they have to, and every single player on the floor is up against that same battle. Okay, well, how do we combat the refs? Because you're almost playing against them too.
Yeah. But nonetheless, super chat. Heath Overledger. Before y'all jet, Knicks versus Thunder 26 finals. That's tough. Knicks.
Absolutely not.
Definitely.
I guess
not.
when they make the Giannis trade.
Well, I think that was killed today. Giannis announced that he's staying with the Bucks. That was killed. I wouldn't want.
And then he said, if that happens to change, just remember I'm human.
Well, I think the Knicks are not going to have the same repeat success as last season, and I don't think the Thunder will make it to the finals. So
it's possible. It's hard. It's hard for these teams these days to repeat, more or less make it back.
Right.
Anything is possible.
We ain't
the continuity.
Anything's possible.
Alive and well. The continuity is alive and well.
Anything is possible. Shout out to the King LeBron James, man. Anything is possible. I'm gonna go give me a bottle tonight.
Anybody drinking? What you say?
Henny makes me cry.
So you just drinking and all of a sudden just start crying.
There's some other things that happened before that happened.
All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get out of here, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, man.
I'm human.
Good show, man. Thank y'all. We'll catch y'all tomorrow on the post game after the sweep, and then we'll catch y'all again.
Get the brooms out.
So
thanks so much, guys.
Sweet. So Sunday the blitz before the games, and then again on Full Print on Friday. Peace.
Wait a minute. Matter of fact. In addition to the blitz Sunday morning, man, I know it's gonna be me and Jay, Mel, and maybe Corey, but we will be doing a play-by-play for Sunday Night Football, Lions versus Chiefs. I'll be calling the Lions plays. Jay will be calling the Chiefs plays, and then Mel and Corey will be the commentary in between.
That's so cool,
That's
guys.
Sunday?
Guess what? We're in a Pick'ems league, and I'm doing better than Mel.
No, Lord.
I was in second to last place, and now I'm in fourth place. By the way,
I love it. I love to see it.
The silence is real.
I love to see it.
But yeah, tune into that football show. It's really good stuff.
Keep walking them down, Bree. Keep walking them down. Next is Chris. Next is Jay.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time. I want Britne to win, though. By the way, Britne is killing it. She's about 6 games ahead of the next person in second place.
She low-key won it last season.
All right, man. We appreciate y'all, man. The Blitz Sunday morning, Sunday Night Football live play-by-play, man. We'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace.
Jay, can you show them who actually won it last season?
Hey, man, what your boy say? The deception.
Mel
The
was
deception.
He was deadly. That was so.
Yo, this chair making my
no, because people need to see this, because I mean I just can't let a lie live like that. Like, why let a lie live like that?
All I know is Mel didn't win the belt. That's what I know. And I don't know.
This is the champion from last year right here. A brother.
The champ is here.
Well, Kansas didn't win. Britne won.
Let's go, Britne.
Britne won. Like, good night. I don't know why Jay's wearing that fake belt. How do you have a belt for a team that did not win? Can
you clean it? Just clean it at least. Oh no, it's shining.
That says man down 2024, 2025, don't it?
That's tough.
Don't look like Britne run it to me. Yeah, that's tough.
Read that plate,
Britne
though.
won't
Read
win
that plate.
Billy,
read that plate.
I don't
know. Nation.
That's tough.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold y'all.
It is tough. Thank you. Winners get belts like that. You
right, Mel.
You don't get no belt in week
why
5.
are you losing to someone who doesn't even watch football?
Can we get off the show? God damn.
What'd you say? I can't hear you from all this winning. What'd you say?
I'm about to hit the goddamn button, man.
Exactly.
Yeah,
we'll catch y'all on the next show.
Yeah.